Ah man, what's going on? What's going on? I know we a little bit behind. We'll be a minute late. That's on me, y'all. That's on me, y'all. Ah, so what y'all think? Go ahead and put what y'all think the episode was. You know what I'm saying? I was just in there watching the news, catching up on some stuff. R.I.P. to the 21 that lost their lives today. But let me know what you guys think of the episode. We're gonna go from there. Ah man. What's up, Tracy? Baltimore Mike, how you get an award and still pay the family in a wrongful death suit? Don't make sense. Yeah, man, it was just wild times over there. And I mean, when everybody was in on it, no one really cares. You know what I mean? Like, if we all putting our hand into the pot, ain't no one gonna tell on nobody. What up, Eric? What up, Kendall? Let a few more people come on in here. Hey, I know y'all be laughing at me, but I be telling y'all the truth. What did y'all see from y'all girl Erica this week? Mm-hmm. Let me know what y'all seen from Erica along with what you rate this episode. Cause I don't just be talking, man. I be keeping it real. I be keeping it real. Just how we like it. Eric said I caught you right after I left training. Well, that's what's up. That's what's up, bro. I'm glad you here. Join us. I got a few things to talk about on this episode. Kendall, yeah, you seen this? She playing that damn flute. That flute is more important than work to her. And I'm gonna break it down because I was watching this. And I was like, oh my goodness. Erica really does no work. Matter of fact, let me find out her partner's name. I think it's Leo, but I just keep always calling him, saying the partner. But I want his name because I want to get this man an award and I want to call HBO and say anything else that you guys having coming up. Erica's partner, we're going to find out his real name. You need to put him in more movies because this man, he just stole the show with all the work he done did. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about too. Erica ain't doing no type of work. Yeah, we gonna start. Matter of fact, we gonna start with Erica. Like I said, we gonna get probably start like a 6'10", but we gonna jump straight into Erica because everything I said, y'all were laughing like, nah, man, she be doing her work. Erica don't do no work on this show, and it came. Hey, we found out today that hey, I was correct last week. And I was rooting for Erica. Episode 1, 2, and 3, I was like, damn, Erica good. Episode 4, last week, we got exposed to what she's really doing on the job. Not a damn thing. John Don Harvey. Don Harvey is his real name, and he plays John Shirzicki. However you pronounce his name. I think that's him. I know y'all know a little bit more than me. Is this him right here? The partner? Okay, it ain't Leo. It's John. All right, bet. John Serzaki. John Serzaki. Erica's partner John does all the work. I'm talking about putting the team on his back type of work. Curvin, yeah, we starting off with Erica. Like I said, we're gonna start like a 16, you know what I'm saying? Let me get loosened up, pause. But yeah, we're gonna jump right into Miss Erica, the flutist. Make sure if you come in here, hit the like button. That's all I ask for. This is a respectful place. Talk about whatever you want in the comments. Tonight, we're specifically talking about We Own This City, episode 5. But when we go live, there's no order. So I just go off of what y'all want to talk about. And today we will be talking about Erica first. But like I said, if you're new, hit that like button. Definitely hit that subscribe. It's a fun place here. We don't ask for donations here, but they are deeply appreciated. Cashapp is at the bottom of the screen, Moedotj, or you can just hit the super chat. Anyway, it's deeply appreciated. But we're about to jump into this right now, Miss Erica. Let me load up something with Erica. Where's our first? So if we jump around and we're going to start with Erica, there was a lot of scenes with Erica in it. We're just gonna load that up because I didn't expect that much snitching from Gondo and Jamel. These two, they were going at it this whole episode. They were going at it. Oh, you got something? Okay, I got something better than that. I'm gonna one up you. You remember that robbery went on? Yeah, well, this is what we did. I'm like, damn. Damn, I ain't know we was telling all this. We could have came together and just told on Jenkins, Allers, and Herschel. They ain't here telling on each other. And Ward is a whole different person too. Ward is a whole different type of snitch. Like, we're gonna get in on him too. Yeah, Eric, there's a couple of things I want to ask about Shine, but you know what I'm saying, I don't want to go into too much spoilers, even though it's a true story and you can look up all this stuff. But yeah, man, Shine had an interesting part. This episode definitely leading us into the last episode. All right, what's up over on Twitch, Sir Fervio? What up? Miss Erica. Now, since we starting with Erica, we didn't really get too much one-on-one with Erica until maybe the middle of the episode. Most of it was just her in there taking notes. You hear me? Taking notes, not doing any other kind of investigative work, taking notes. Now, John, he's over here asking the real questions. You know what I'm saying? John is, hey, let me bypass all that. Who'd you grow up with? Who's dating who? John was getting answers. Now, of course, we seen Gondo in here, and he took snitching. He said, "Oh man, Jamel, oh no, he used to be in the streets before me. He was plain clothes. He knew people." Now, John, he's like, "Okay, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this?" And that's where they bring up, the little shooting and stuff that Jamel, he had the lieutenant come in. Now, I mean, not the lieutenant. He was a colonel at the time. But you hear Erica, she's sitting there like, "Really? What's going on?" And John is like, "Hey, let me continue this conversation." So if you watch during the interrogation rooms, John is always going to be asking, if you were in court, they be like, they're trying to argue the relevancy. If Erica's talking about it, it ain't going to get nobody to go up under none of that. So you look at it, John's asking the questions, even the boss is asking questions. But watch this. Watch this. They were talking about, dang, that's messed up how people can do it. So Erica, the only thing she's done this whole season, besides just playing the flute and listening to a wiretap, she went in here and put this audio device in here. Now, listen to the way she's talking. Listen to the way she's talking. And this is when you know somebody isn't good at their job. Now, they're setting this up. John's like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? You want me to do this?" And the reason he said that is because normally she's fucking up shit. So she's like, "Oh, I got it." Now she goes over there and she actually goes in there and she puts it up under this. So she's like, "Can you guys hear me?" And they're like, "Yeah." Realistically, this was an easy task. This is a very easy task. But when she gets back, Erica gets all cocky, like, "Yeah, I can handle it in a dark car with my hair messed up." You joking around on an easy task, because when it comes to real work, John is running laps around you. I don't know how you got appointed ahead of him, but you're not doing anything. Even this episode, last week we mapped out, John went from the DA office to the police station to internal affairs. That's at least a 2.5 hour round trip that he did the same day that they found out that there was some reports on fucking Jenkins. He did all that, came back, gave the information to their boss. Then all you did was read off the paperwork that he brought back. So when you had a actual task in front of you, you were like, oh, I'm so dumb. I was about to throw the whole case away. Why wasn't you bragging and boasting then? Because you can't do the real work. You could do this shit. I can sit back and listen to a phone and listen to a wiretap and play my flute. Get your ass off that flute and do some field work. That's what you need to do. Let's go. Let's go because oh yeah, we did this. We did this. No one cares. No one cares. And guess what? Guess what? When they had him on the wiretap, look at her. What is she doing? Feet kicked up. Just big chilling. She got the Jurassic Park vest on, but ain't gonna be nowhere near the streets. She gonna be in here all day BSing. All day she's in here BSing. Oh, what are you doing? He's like, man, what? What? And it just unravels throughout the whole episode because I got a whole bunch of parts I'm about to show y'all on her ass because she ain't been doing a damn thing. Now, when they went to the Hamilton robbery, she's asking silly ass questions. So what do you think about this this robbery at Hamilton? What? You heard John, she's asking, so what about this robbery? In 2016, there was a robbery on a Hamilton. What did he say? Oh, I don't know nothing about that. John didn't play it nice or, hey, how are you going today? You good, Jamel? That nigga said, man, we got you on a wiretap. John ain't about to sit in here. This nigga is snitching. That means he's willing to tell anything. And if you notice, and if you've been taking notes, Jamel's gonna tell you shit you didn't even know. Jamel's about to take snitching to the highest degree, and you're not even catching on with this. He's telling everything he knows. That means throw the hardest questions at him. She said, so what about this robbery? No. Fuck all that. We got you on wiretap. What happened at the robbery? And what happened right after that? Jamel said, I took $3,500 off him. This dude had a nice house, a big house. Like John knows how to talk to these suspects, these criminals, these felons. Oh my God, overtime fraud is the worst thing I've ever heard of. But John's not playing around. John is asking the questions to figure out what the hell is going on. Because what happens at the end of this? How do we close this? We arrest some niggas, but it gets better. Oh, Miss Erica, it gets better. Where we at? We gonna go back and talk about the house. We get Ward in here. Ward in here, he talking to the head guy, the boss. He talking to John, and she's asking the same silly questions. Oh, so what about overtime? No. John said, when did it all fall apart? I don't give a fuck what y'all were doing. When did it fall apart? And the reason he asked when did it fall apart from, because now I can trace it back. Now, if you just give me maybe this year, that's going to be too hard to have a starting point. But that's what they call paper trails. I just take what the last known thing and I just backtrace it like that. John didn't ask all this other stuff. So what about Jenkins? He said, no. When did it fall apart? When did it fall apart so I could start tracing shit back? And what did I tell you? John put in so much work today. We calculated the time last week it took him to go from the DA to the police station to internal affairs. Guess what this nigga did today? Guess what he did today? Not only that, they start explaining all kinds of shit. We got him on wiretaps. Erica talk about, I want to take this up the chain of command. Nope. The DA, what did he say? What did I tell y'all last week? When he called John in office, he said, John, sit down. What do you think about Erica? He's like, man, I know you trying to put her up front, but she really ain't running shit. She really can't handle stuff. Well, guess what the DA told them now? He said, look, I want to get him right now. Is there any way we can get him on wire fraud? And if you watch my recap, I told you like wire fraud and evading taxes is the easiest way to get people. But the boss said, no, we got to go right now. You talking about let's work our way up the chain. First of all, you ain't gonna be working shit. We gonna be going up the chain. You still gonna be at the bottom. But he said, no, you got wire fraud, you got tax evasion, you got anything like that? What did John say? Oh, yeah, I used my resources. I called over there. What happened? John found out that they were booking overtime when they were traveling. They had people clocking in for them. This is what John did. Not only did he interrogate people all day with your ass, he got up, used his resources, called over, hey, let me get Wayne Jenkins records. Oh, okay. Hey, if you get backdoor, okay, bet. How about Maurice Ward? How about Taylor? Because wait a minute, you say he was in the Dominican Republic. He was getting overtime? What the fuck? How you do that? Oh, well, all right, let me get Momodu Gondo and Jamel Ram. This nigga brought it back to their boss, was like, this is everything we got. It's locked, sir. We got him. He's like, all right, go out and get him. You see her little, we should go up the chain and come in, and nigga basically mushed her in the face and said, hell to the no. We about to get these people now. This will build a foundation. This is what we gonna do. She like, well, we could go do this. No, he ain't gonna do this. Then look, he's smiling. He got the little grin because he know he did his job. Erica's over here like, they don't never listen to me because them ideas suck, Erica. Look at the boss. He's like, oh my God, these two. And what's the first thing she does after this? What is the first thing she did after that? March 1st, 2017. She hops on her damn flute. We calling everybody into the internal affairs. We need to be in the back getting hype. You know what I'm saying? We got to be prepared for the worst. We about to bring in GTTF. We're bringing them all in. We got Gondo up here. We got Jenkins. We got Allers, Herschel, Jamel, some random black guy, another random black guy, two more random black people, and a random black woman. But they need to be getting focused. She back here. And what is John doing? That nigga's in the seat like this. Oh, damn, I almost fell asleep. That shit is trash. I thought I heard that somewhere before. She talking about, yeah, I heard it. No, John was falling asleep. That is horrible. Y'all supposed to be locking niggas up in T-minus 30 minutes, and you over here, John over here snoring, sleeping. Like, come on, man. Really, Erica? This is what you've done for 5 episodes. All you did was interrogate people. And then your interrogations weren't even that good because we thinking back at the training officer in like episode 1 or 2, you went and interviewed him and you got nothing out of it. Then when we went to interview the guy that used to work with Jenkins, you brought John along and we actually started tying things together because John was asking the questions your ass wasn't asking. You see what I'm saying? In your head, they in there like, yeah, this is what we did, man. This is how we were stealing overtime. This is what we were doing on the street. We were robbing the robbers. In her head, all she heard was playing the fucking flute. Come on, man. Come on now. If any of us were at work and our boss came in and caught us with a fucking flute in our hand, we are done. There's no coming back. What were you doing in there? I was playing the flute. Nigga, if you don't put that flute up, we just got 7 niggas going down to internal affairs. We got the feds here. We need to be talking to the feds and letting them know who needs what. You got to give us some kind of information. We don't know who we picking up. You got the damn vision board right here. Let us know something, but you on the flute. That's how serious she takes this job. John's ass is falling asleep because he is working 24/7 on this case. Basically, it should be 25, all the work that he's doing that she ain't doing. She's playing the flute when the boss just told us to get him. We are running an operation with the Baltimore City cops and the FBI. We need to be prepared for this shit. This is federal, baby. This is about to open up a whole can of worms. What are you doing playing the flute? You got to be prepared at all times for this. You about to start throwing the book at niggas? 7 years, 10 years, 18 years. We need to be prepared because we're going to hit over 100 years. You know what I'm saying? We're going to hit over 100 years. But no, he playing the flute. Playing the flute. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Now I got to get y'all the actual interview, press conference here. Because if you listen to the way that both of them talking, they're saying what was actually said. In the intro, you hear the commissioner talk about these are straight 30 style, 1930 gangsters. So that's what they repeated here to mock what was really going on. But yeah, Erica, your ass ain't did nothing the whole season. Everybody looking back like, damn, Mo, you right. Erica hasn't done anything. John, the partner, has look, even he's looking at her at the press conference. He looking at her. He got a grin because he said, shit, I knew I did my job. I know I did my job. I know they're gonna look out for you because they're gonna say, we had Erica in, you know what I'm saying? The first woman to lead in to get 7 crooked cops. It's gonna look amazing. But just like all that first to do something, I just want to let y'all know I'm the first African-American male to break this show down like this. Someone needs to put that in the book. HBO called me. But yeah, Erica was upset because John was doing his job the whole time. He was doing his job the whole time. 25-8. That's crazy though. Think about it. We've been watching this and we were rooting for Erica in the beginning too, thinking, yeah, Erica, shoot, I like her. She doing her thing. Turned out she was fraud. She was fraud. Thanks, Savannah. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. I know old Erica got me riled up. I'm gonna learn how to whistle too, because I was trying to play the flute, but that shit didn't sound right. Every man for himself. She come with that theme music. Yeah, Shawty Low said every gangster need a theme music. And Erica, you the biggest gangster on the show, Erica. You been stealing all this regular time and overtime. You ain't been doing nothing. How come John every episode comes with all the facts? He comes with all the stats. Now I will say this: she is good at you know what I'm saying, making sure that everybody eat. Hey, shout out to Savannah for that $1 there. Thank you. Marty said that's what that flute sounded like. Yeah, Erica, boy, I was rooting for her. I was like, yeah, she's locking these boys up. She's locking up the criminals. Come to find out John doing all the work. He need a step promotion. That's what he need. I like John though, man. Cool. That's the type of person you want to work with. You see, he come in, he don't care what you do. He gonna do his job. He gonna go home. Ain't no point in telling on nobody. Let people do what they gotta do, man. If me coming to work instead of 7:30 at 8:30 lets me be more productive, then hey, just don't worry about that hour. I'm gonna make it up on the back end. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it up on the back end. Ain't nothing. Can't be worried about me. Like, damn, Mo, you be coming in late. Like, yeah, I do come in late, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all be leaving at 3:30. I don't be leaving till 5. Now I don't be doing nothing until 5. I just be at the desk, you know what I'm saying? Send out an email about 4:30, make it look like I was still at the desk and active. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you gotta bend the corners. We're gonna go to Shine because his is a little bit smaller part, but you know what I'm saying, it leaves us wondering a lot of things. Oh no, Savannah. Hey, listen, $1 is better than no dollar. 1 penny is better than no penny. You can't get to $1 unless you got 100 pennies. Can't get to 100 unless you got 100 ones. So you got to start somewhere. All money. Hey, I still pick up change off the. You know what I'm saying? If I see a penny on the ground, I pick it up, put in my back pocket. Then when I wash all my clothes, all the change be falling out. And I'm like, damn, your boy, they made about 38 cents in 2 months. Now, Sean, he out here, another body. Streets needed one. Now, if you look at her, she know the people in the community. So he over here, hey, Vivian, come on, man, let me know what you know. She like, I ain't telling you, Terrence. Get your ass out of here. Come on, man, you be bullshitting. Now, you really over there asking for some money. She like, I'm on work. And I told you, when I give me a job, don't be bringing your begging ass over here. Because you know that's how they be in the streets, too. You know, they be cool, too. You see a sister in uniform, you talk shit to them. That's cool. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? You joke around with them. Shit, you got to be a little bit careful now. You get a little bit trigger happy. But, but Sean got this case, and he's over here. Of course, he got to ask the community, y'all know anything? Y'all seen anything? And the old man keeping it real. He's like, it's nothing personal against you. But I think this is how a majority of us feel. We do know that there's good cops out there. Not all cops are bad. But it's just the system that you in is like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I rock with you, but it's the overall system. Because you don't really have too much control. Yeah, you're a homicide detective, but that's got to report to somebody, and that's got to report to somebody. So it's more that, like, what he was explaining to him is, used to be a jump out, boys. Nothing against you. You may have been good, but hey, man, we can't trust you. We know the type of people y'all work with. Hell, I was arrested several times. Several times. I know what's going on. I was going to call my mom when we get to the James Otis incident so I can give y'all a true story. But we're going to see if that work out. She probably be asleep. What is it? 8:30? Yeah, she probably be asleep. Eric said the alley scene with Sean is ironic if you know the real story. Yeah, I didn't really want to go into that. I'll have it at the end of next week's episode. I'm probably going to drop a video. But right now, I didn't want to spoil anything. I mean, they can always go look it up. But yeah, I didn't want to spoil anything. But he's out here, and the older man, like, nah, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk to you. And then it's another thing. The police is always trying to tell you to talk to them, and then they hand you a card. You out here in front of everybody. 19 niggas out here. Everybody across the street, they see you in that bucket hat, knowing you live a block and a half down. You over here, the cop handing you a card. Like, here, man, contact me if you know anything. Nigga, if you don't drop that card on the damn grass somewhere and I come by and pick it up, they see you handing me a card. Man, you tell me to call down there. Like, call down there and ask for such and such. Nigga, I'm not about to take this card from you and everybody watching. And then you want me to say who did it. If I told you who did it, you might be surprised. It might be this nigga right here with the cutoff on. You know what I'm saying? The white beater tucked in his drawers. Y'all see that? This could be the new demon right here. This nigga got the white beater tucked in his drawers. You definitely got to watch out for someone like that. They just got up. They had the only way that this is even possible is if you were walking around with a tank top on with no drawers, and then you got dressed and put it like, that's the only way your tank top is gonna be tucked into your drawers. Who does that? Who does that? I didn't even notice that last night. This nigga got his drawers tucked into his shirt tucked into his damn drawers. Yeah, if I'm Sean, I'm asking this dude questions right off top. Like, excuse me, sir, let me talk to you real quick. Where were you at between the hours of noon and 2 p.m.? Oh, well, you know, like, no. And second of all, where's your shirt? And why is that tank top tucked into them drawers? That's what I want to know. She over here talking about Sean. You come get him before I do something. Like, all right, hold on, let me talk to this old man real quick. And of course, you know what you do after a long day of solving crime? You got to go get you a beer. You got to go get a beer after a long day of work. And I never been one of them people. I might go home and take a sip or two, but I wasn't about to go drinking with no coworkers. That's because I didn't want no coworkers knowing what I did in my personal life. All you need to know is I show up on time sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm never getting promoted. You know what I'm saying? I'm just living. But just know I'm going to do the job and I got your back. There ain't no hanging out and drinking. They up here and they talking about you know what I'm saying, their jobs. And he was just saying how the old man wasn't really giving him no play, and how that, saying some of the jump out boys are bad, but he went a different route. And I don't think I even talked to my homeboys about my job. After I got off work, that's it. I take that uniform off, that's it. It ain't no work talk unless my boss is calling. But when I'm talking to my homeboys, we don't talk nothing about work. Don't nobody care. All we know is we got to get up and it's going to pay the bills. But I guess if there was a life that I had to live, like after getting off work, going straight to the bar, I guess shit, I might do it. I mean, I'm not a big beer drinker like that, but shit, I'll go have a drink or two. And his partner's like, hey man, maybe you are one of the good guys. Like, damn, bro, what you thought? What you thought, man? When the next time we seen Sean? Oh, we didn't see Sean until towards the end. We seen all that. Let me see. Yeah, we didn't see Sean till the end. Once they got locked up. Sean, let me know what you think about this whole scene right here with Sean. Did he look guilty getting up like that when they were like, dang, you worked with Wayne? How was he? And he didn't say anything. He just got up and went to the bathroom. If you were working there, what would you think seeing Sean get up like that? Would you think he's guilty? Would you think he knows something? Would you think he, what I'm saying? Well, when he's guilty, he participated. So either guilty by participating, knew what was going on and didn't say nothing, or just didn't know anything. Let me know what you think. Those three things. Yeah. Guilty, knew and didn't say nothing, or didn't know. Which one did y'all think? Because if I see Sean get up like that, the first thing I'm thinking is he think they coming after him. I'm just gonna be real with you. Y'all all thinking the worst. Like, he guilty. He must have got up and was thinking they were coming after him. Look at Cheryl. She said, Sean makes me nervous. He looked like he's hiding something. Yep. This would have been. This is exactly how I used to be at work, y'all. You see this gentleman? I'm in the very back because I don't care what we watching unless it's like a real world response. I don't care. But when I seen Sean get up, I would have been in the back looking like, I don't know if this nigga Sean might be a little, you know what I'm saying? I thought he played by the book, but he must be one of them professional brothers that be hiding shit. Because the first thing I'm thinking is, damn, Sean a nigga? Sean must have took some of that money. He didn't got up out of here. That guilt kicking in. Because me personally, they would have like, Mo, how was it working with Jenkins? I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I ain't gonna throw nobody under the bus. I'm like, Jenkins, I mean, he was wild a little bit, but other than that, I ain't never noticed nothing. Because I'm distancing my whole, like, hey, yo, I ain't do shit with this. I ain't doing nothing with this. But now that I'm this guy, and I'm assuming that Sean took something, yeah, it's bad to assume, but we all do it. It's in human nature. So I'm going over to Sean like, what's up, bro? You good, man? Now I'm trying to see how crooked this nigga Sean really is. Because now you need to start backtracking and looking at your paperwork. Make sure, damn, I had to route something through Sean. I went over there and got some advice from Sean. Now let me go back and check my books. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to go back. Let me go check emails. Do I got any emails with Sean? Okay, what does it say, this email? All right, Sean will be sending this. Okay, nothing in like outside of work back. Let me look this email. Nope. Okay, good. Okay, let me check my text. Never text this nigga Sean anything. Okay, cool. Just meet up. Okay, yeah. I'm double checking everything that had to do with Sean if I worked there. Because in my head, I'm thinking they coming down. They about to bing, 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 be knocking niggas' heads off. Now, I was in the military. I don't know how it is on the police force. But I know in the military, they try to connect everybody and let you be a brother. Let you be a brother. They don't give a fuck what you would talk to that nigga about. We bringing you in. OSI's like Office of Special Investigation, basically like our CIA/FBI on base. Them niggas be coming down doing investigation. Well, it's just, we seen you guys playing basketball here through the gym cameras, and we wanted to know what you guys talk about in the parking lot. You like, nigga, talked about in the parking lot? Hell, I can barely remember I talked about yesterday. You talk about 3 weeks ago in the basketball parking lot. I'm like, man, I don't know. And I wasn't talking. I don't know that nigga like that. But you gotta be somewhat professional in there. And that shit crazy. But I'm definitely thinking Sean is guilty. I'm thinking Sean is guilty. Yeah. You know I got story time for y'all because all that is for real. You got to be careful. Like, man, I ain't trying to be involved in none of this. Uh-oh. Give me I'm gonna find it though, but yeah, you got to make sure you go double check everything. Has anyone ever been in a situation like that? Someone you knew at work got in trouble, and now you got to go back and check everything that they did because it could potentially mess up everything that you've been working on. That's how I'm looking at Sean. Oh no. If I ever worked with Sean and he was dealing with Jenkins, oh no, I gotta. Matter of fact, did I drink with? Were we off the clock? What time did we go to the bar? Let me check my messages. We went to the bar. It was 5 o'clock. We were off the clock. You don't want nothing on you don't want no one looking at you like that. Especially in my shop. I was the only black person. So, if something went wrong and it was a black guy in trouble, yeah, it's all bad. The whole squadron looks bad because the one black guy messed up at work. Like, my bad, boss. Yeah, speaking of that Impala, that was the foreshadowing. You remember old buddy said, man, they repoed my car, man. They didn't repo my car, man. Oh, let me see something. Let me. Cause y'all remember how he got pulled over, right? It was a tail light out. You remember that? You remember when they pulled him over? They pulled him over. They said it was a tail light out. Then what did they say? They smell weed. They smell weed. So it was a tail light out. There was a tail light out. And they said they smelled weed, so they were able to search the car. Now, let me see if mama answer.
Hey, Julius.
Hey, you busy, mom?
No, what's up?
All right, I got you on my live. I want to ask you a question. Do you remember when Ant was picking up my cutlass and the cops pulled him over because they said they smelled weed when he rode by?
Of course I remember.
Now, whatever happened to that when we went down to the police station? Because it pertains to the show that we're watching.
Not a darn thing. We filed a grievance and nothing happened. No one got back with us. But I do know when we were in there, you're talking about when we were in with the police officers talking, and he started lying, talking about the cameras were 30 seconds delay. And I said, that's a lie. And he said, because I called him a lie, that they were going to shut down the interview. So I left the room, but Bruce stayed in there. Nothing. I don't know. You want to know, like, I don't know, when they stopped you guys and searched the car. Oh.
Yeah, I was just telling them because remember they pulled Ant over in my cutlass and they said they smell weed. I'm like, nigga, don't nobody smoke in that car. If I'm gonna smoke, I'm smoking my other car. I'm not about to smoke in my old school.
And they told him to stick his tongue out because people who smoke weed have like a great tongue or something.
Yeah, and they said his eyes was red. I'm like, oh, nigga.
Yeah.
Dog, and we were We were the next block over. Like if you made a right at the stop sign, you were at our house, and that's where they pulled my brother over.
You were less than 100 feet from the house, and that's why I said, how was he trying to get away? And he was going home. You were less than 100 feet, and I don't want to get emotional, but that's so wrong. But I thank God that we at least taught y'all, don't talk back, don't do nothing, because the one guy that they said that had stopped you when we went in to talk with them, he said, this officer's been shot at before. And I left thinking, I see why y'all get shot at. I just, until you experience it, you can't even articulate it. Some people say, yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, you don't. Not until they stop you or your child do you know how these, I'm not going to curse.
I'll handle the cursing part.
Woo. Yeah. No, don't. That just brings up bad feelings. I remember being at work saying, I got to go home. The police has my son because I really thought they were going to hurt you guys, and they had Anthony. I don't trust them at all. At all.
Yeah, I be telling them like, I told you, I be telling them some true stories, but I tell them when me and he got stopped in DC and the 12 cops thought we robbed the Burger King and they all had their guns on us.
Yeah. And the only thing that saved you is either the robber had braids or did not, but that's what they said. Did the suspects have braids? And I think you and Henry had braids.
Yeah, and I had on the black tall tee, the same shit that the nigga robbed the damn thing with.
But you guys even had your work ID on, and it did not matter. It did not. And then you have this white boy that went in and killed all these elderly black people.
Hey, Ma, I can't, Ma, we gotta cut. I can't cut that on here right now. YouTube would get to acting up. But I just wanted to, I'll talk to you later about that. But I just wanted them to hear that, when I be telling these stories, I don't be lying to y'all. I be telling y'all the truth.
No, he lived that stuff.
All right, Mom, I love you. Oh, tell Dad, go Warriors.
Oh yeah, they are. Bye.
All right. Yeah, so you're saying, I mean, if I tell y'all a story about me, it's gonna be a true story. Now when I start making up stories about what we watching, that's gonna be a little far fetched. But I really be going through all that shit that I'm talking about, and that's why I say with this, I can relate to it because that's what happened. I got some badass old schools, and my brother, I had my Acura. This is my old Acura, you know what I'm saying? The niggified one, you know what I'm saying? The first one in Kansas City on 20s, it was 95 Acura. TV in the headrest, TV in the dash. Yeah, we were living like that. Yeah. But so my brother I took him to the Firestone to pick up my Cutlass. It's 87 Cutlass, 442. I got two of them, you know what I'm saying? Mine got a 455 in it. The other one, we getting a new 350 put in, and you know what I'm saying? Hit me up, DM, we can talk prices. But we were on the way home, and you got to turn right, like off the main road. You turn right, and then you turn right. My brother literally got stopped at the stop sign before making a right. The cops zoomed around, did a fucking U-turn. It said they smell weed rolling by. Now, mind you, this is my old school. I don't do nothing in my old school. We take it out. We show it off. They pulled my brother over. Said they smelled weed, so they searched the vehicle. The other cop, they had backup come up, and they had me. But they wouldn't let me go over there. And I was saying, hey, that's my whip because my registration, everything is on it. It's just my brother was driving it. Since it's an 87, we didn't have the front license plate on it. You know what I'm saying? All we had was the back. So he was saying that was the reason they stopped us. One, because we didn't have the license plate on the front, which you got to in Missouri. But then he said he smelled the odor. Once he smelled the odor, which gave him the leeway to go and actually search the vehicle, probable cause. That's when they did they searched my brother's eyes and checking his tongue. So they got me back here, but they got my brother up there. They won't let me talk to him. And I'm like, hey, look at my driver's license. We live right there. They didn't find no weed or that down there. You heard my mom. She's down there at the precinct. She was crying and shit. And I'm just sitting there like, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And we lived in this is, I told y'all when we moved to the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? This is, I was out of school. So I think my brother may have been like a junior, maybe a senior. But, you know, it is what it is. But that's why when I was watching this, I was like, I know exactly how it is. The older vehicles, sometimes like my headlight might go out in the front right, you know what I'm saying? It worked, but it might get to rattling one day. So it'd be like little shit like that. And then for him to steal the $600, that's where I was like, come on, bro. You that greedy, you gonna steal $600 out of 653? Well, nah, he stole $603 because he said it was only $50 to claim, wasn't it? Come on, man. You took $600. You took the hundreds and the 3 ones and left that nigga the 5s and the 10s. 2 20s and a 10. Like, man, come on now. Herschel, that's just ridiculous. And he did his traditional move. Up assault, put him in handcuffs. Like, damn. Damn. Mm-hmm. But he lost his jobs, HVAC, and that's the thing. Until you start building up clientele, so you know you always hear people talking about, man, get you a trade. Like if you get you an HVAC trade, it's a very good one. You're gonna make a lot of money. But until you start making some money and you got you like some clients that you can go to, and then you can start branching out and using them as independents. Unless you working for a company, man, that HVAC stuff, hey, I mean, you go through a company, you still get good money. But once you start saving up, get you a van, and you start doing it on your own or start doing some stuff on the side, oh yeah, that's where some money is at. No lie. What I didn't get though is he cashed his check and he put the cash in the glove department. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where he put you. Like hell no, if I cash my check, I'm putting that thing in my pocket, maybe in my sock if I'm in Baltimore. Because when they gonna run your pocket, like I ain't got nothing, man. All I got, all I got is the keys to that car in the phone, brother. Took all that money, the damn Impala too. And Sean seen it. Sean seen it too. Seen the car getting repo. Like damn. Damn. Now who was he? Oh, he's on Otis. I guess we can finish up with Nicole then, because that's what leads into her. And they over here writing this decree. Now I messed up and say this because they're about to get a new mayor. They have the new mayor. They were trying to do it before Trump got in office because once the Republicans got in, they ain't dealing with nothing that this civil rights building got going on. They ain't trying to do nothing like that. They ain't trying to do nothing like that. Jasmine said they would have stole from his pockets. Yeah, they would have stole from his pockets, but maybe you have a better chance of it getting caught, like somebody recording or something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still not putting my money in the glove department though. Just in general, like I've never thought go to the bank, go to the ATM, or go inside, cash my check. All right, $650. Let me put this in the glove department. Like $650 back then. Well, it's like 2015, 16. Shit, I'm thinking about when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, how we was living. Shit, $600. Shit, I might have to bring my pistol to the ATM. $600 back then. Shit, $600 a nigga was living. You get $600 now. Shit, I could stretch to 600, but most people they be like, "Oh, 600, that ain't nothing." Shit, give me $600 right now. Let me show you what I do with it. But they trying to get the decree together. And Aquaman's looking over like, damn, if this shit go down, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But they trying to write that thing up, and they talking about we need to go take it to the lawyer right now. Get all that. If I'm the new mayor, dog, when you first getting into that office and they start giving you real shit to do that you were never prepared for, because you know everybody always like, oh man, he ain't got no experience. Like, ain't no one got experience being a president until you been a president. Ain't no one got experience being a mayor until you been a mayor. You know what I'm saying? Or a governor. Like them jobs, there's a whole bunch of shit that you ain't never heard of when you get that job. It ain't like just taking your boss's job. This is like a whole nother level. But even Ahmed's looking at it talking about, damn, if they get this shit across, ooh, it's gonna be crazy. Nicole talking about, hell yeah, we need to get that shit up there ASAP. Now they went into that meeting, and this is where people start choosing sides. See, y'all thought I was playing. Y'all thought I was playing when I was talking about Erica. Now we see the huge difference between Erica and Nicole. What did I say? I said, Erica, you supposed to be in there rising up. You know what I'm saying? All right, the Tiger playing. We about to go arrest some of the 7 of the baddest mofos in Baltimore. We about to go lock up GTTF, Gun Trace Task Force, led by the crazy ass Wayne Jenkins, followed up by Sergeant Ellers, who brings his kid to work, and Herschel, the most racist guy in the group. You playing them. Nicole over here in the hallway getting hyped. I'm about to present this shit to the goddamn commissioner and the mayor and whoever the other guy was. I forgot his name, but this is some serious shit here. Let me get focused. She balled them fists up. She ready to go in here. She ready to go in here. This is how you can tell who takes their job serious. If you ever walk by and see someone with their folder in their hand, talk about, they about to go in there and kill that shit. They focused. They prepared. You got to be a little bit nervous when you're going in there. Now, I don't have a problem with public speaking. Now, you put me in a room with 200 to maybe 500 people, I'll do good. You get me in front of like 1,000, I might fold. But as of right now, I can handle a crowd up to 250 people. But if you walk by and you see someone in the hallway talk about, they about to go in there, they going to get that job, they going to get their point across, and they going to be happy when they come up out of there. But if you see somebody like this, they ain't about to do shit. But you know why they could do that? Is because they know that everyone else is going to pick up for their slack. But Nicole knows when I go in here, Ahmed got my back, but I'm the face. I'm the one doing this. I'm the one that already built a relationship with the prior mayor who we wanted to stay in but stepped down because she couldn't handle that pressure. So this new mayor, she sees me as a woman of color. She's a woman of color. We got to come together and make this color even more beautiful than what it is. We call this beautification. Now, what we going to do with this is we going to hit them over the head. We got the civil rights. We got the mayor. They come together, and guess who they got to come along and come aboard with them? The white commissioner that wants to make a change because of all the dumb shit that was going on. Now it looks like in presence, these 2 black women are running the city, and they're doing it correctly because she's at the top and she's maintaining the police department, and she's making sure that all of the civil rights are acknowledged and everyone is treated equally. So now Baltimore is about to look real good, but then we got this lady named Marilyn Mosby. We'll get on her dumb ass later. But Nicole is ready to go in here. And what does she do? She goes in here and she handles business. I'm like, God damn, Nicole. Ahmed is like, yeah, we need to do this. She like, shut it. I'm going to speak to them politely. I'm going to let them know this is what needs to be done. You want to make change? Then we got to hit the streets running. We got this shit right here. It's a beautiful thing. And the mayor's here and they're like, girl, I was just thinking that. But the thing is, there's always one. And I've told you in many of lives, there's always one person in the crew that's a fucking hater, and it is this one. First thing she said is, and listen to me, the first thing she said is, oh no, that budget is too big. With all due respect, I'm gonna be Nicole. I'm gonna be speaking for Nicole on behalf of Nicole. I'm gonna take over her body and I'm gonna speak for her. Bitch, what budget? It ain't your budget. It ain't your money. Cut the fucking budget and let's get this shit rolling. But now let's go back to Nicole being professional. I understand that budget is an issue, But this would be something that would definitely start to put reform in here. And then you hear the commissioner saying, yeah, man, I'm aboard with this. Let's just put it in place and I'll iron it out. They're all trying to get this done before Trump comes in because, oh boy, that went up there for the press conference because, you know what I'm saying, there's about to be a red president. Yeah, he's trying to work his way up. But no, this one over here, talk about the budget. The budget. The commissioner said he don't care. Put it in place. We gonna iron it out. It may be a little rocky at first, but everything is. Nothing's ever perfect when it first start off. But we put this machine in place and we can start to oil this machine. We got Nicole over here that just came up with this. Her, Ahmed, and then two random white men. They put this whole thing together. They don't route none of their work up. These four work in the office and they came up with this. And the commissioner thinks it will work. The mayor thinks it will work. I think it's the union rep. That's who he was. He ain't want it because it's going to be against his cops. And then we got this hater. You are the mayor's assistant. That means you shut your mouth. You talk to her behind closed door about this. You don't speak up and give order, talk about the budget. Let me tell you again. It ain't your budget. You talking about we might need to cut some funds here. Obviously, there's a lot of shit we can cut budgets on. But we need to start now. And with the budget. Hey, listen up, assistant. I don't see you with a pen in your hand. You ain't taking that notes. What are you? You supposed to be taking the minutes or something? You supposed to be making sure I know what's going on behind the scenes. When we go back and we deliberate, we know what's going on. But instead, you over here calling shots. You got your arm on the table like you one of the big dogs. Everybody else's hands are just on there. She got her arm on the table like, yeah, what we doing? The budget, nigga, the budget. Get the fuck out of here with that budget talk. We got the mayor on board. We got the civil rights on board. We got the commissioner of police on board. Hell, we even got, I forgot what the black guy was, but we got him on board. He's like, we could do that. Oh, we can make that happen. But the budget. Hey, whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Oh, you must be one of those. My brother's a police officer. My husband a police officer. You don't want to cut none of the funding because your husband's stealing some money. Give me this assistant's name. We're going to do her background check. Oh, hey, Nad. Oh, we cut the budget then. My husband ain't going to eat. My brother ain't. Oh, no. We're going to find out who you are because it sounds like you stealing some overtime too. Matter of fact, Miss Mayor, give me her name and let me go check her time cards. Ain't no one ever hated that hard. That's like going to Burger King or one of these fast food restaurants. They give you some nuggets and one barbecue sauce. Like, nigga, I ordered a 10-piece. I'm going to need at least 2 barbecues. Well, it's going to cost more. Nigga, it ain't yours. It is not yours to tell me I don't deserve it. But you'll stack a whole fucking stack of napkins in my shit. I might have one order and you got a whole thing of napkins. That ain't mine. I ain't asked for it, but you gave me excess of them. You putting 2 or 3 straws in there. You wasting straws like that. You can't give me 1 barbecue sauce. It ain't yours. She talking about the budget, Mayor. She over in the ear talking about, man, you really need to make sure that budget's in check because I know you only been in for a month, but girl, like it ain't no girl. It's boss and ma'am to you. I'm not your friend. I'm not your sibling. I'm not your mother. I'm your boss. Don't you tell me what the budget is. I dictate where the budget is going to go around here. That's why I was elected for mayor. That's why I picked you. You see what I'm saying? It only took me to pick you. It took thousands to pick me. Don't tell me what a budget is. I know what budget means. B-U-D-G-E-T. You hear that? D-E-T. What went before that? Bud, get your ass out of my budget. That's what it stands for. I know what budget mean. I'm the fucking mayor. What do you think I'm doing here? They didn't elect me just because I'm here. Motherfucker, I've been doing this shit. I know what the budget is. These people just, matter of fact, tell me why we ain't got no budget. That's what I want to know from you, Miss Budget. Yeah, tell me why we ain't got no budget for it. I guarantee you're going to find something. Well, these two, they came up with a whole plan and they told us if we took this amount of budget and put that budget into what they needed budgeted, it will bring down crime. What budget do we have going on right now that is bringing down crime that really isn't bringing down crime? Oh, let me tell you something. GTTF. But guess what? They're working to find out about that. You're just an assistant. You don't ever speak out in these kind of meetings. You don't ever speak out like that. Never. If you have something to say, the reason you're there with your superior is because you're their assistant. You're not their speaker. So in a case of something like this, if you guys ever have an important meeting with your boss, you never blurt shit out. You tap your boss because you're there and you're supposed to be looking out for them. You tap them and you just whisper, ma'am, I don't think that's a good idea because of the budget. Now, if she wants to bring up budget to these people, then she has every right for that. You don't just blurt shit out. The budget. Hey, man, don't be talking about that budget shit. If I want to bring up the budget being an issue, then I'll bring that up. You just let me be aware of it. That's all you do is you assist. You assist. But that's hate. That's hate in her eyes. Look at this. Look how she's looking at her. Envy and jealousy. I tell you. You want to be the top dog, but you just the assistant. The assistant to the mayor. Don't be talking that budget talk. Come on, man. You know you don't blurt nothing out. The budget. Who are you? Y'all gotta excuse me. My assistant is acting different. Oh, give me a second. Come see me in the hallway. Hey, don't you be blurting that budget shit out? If I want to talk about the budget, I talk about. These are different entities. They don't need to know what we talking about with the budget. That is in-house. When I need to present it to them, I'll do that because I'm above all of them. I'm the mayor. Well, I am definitely above the commissioner, but I'm the mayor. Don't talk to me about budget. When I want to go tell the police what we're going to do, I'm assertive. I'm going to go in there and tell them this is what we're cutting and this is what we're going to do. Why? Because I don't want none of that back and forth. They've been doing it their way and it ain't been working. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to handle it my way. I'm going to go in there and let them know this is about business. Go to the commissioner, tell them this is your new budget. This is what we cut and this is what I'm using it for. I don't need you yelling out the budget. That's not your job. You ain't no financial advisor. You ain't nothing. You're an assistant. Don't be yelling out budget again, okay? Because that'll be the last time you be in this material office. I tell you that right now. Yeah. That's hate right there. Let me see what y'all got to say. Hey, was I telling the truth though? Was she in the right to blurt out budget like that? Because I don't see assistants yelling out things in important meetings like that. Everybody in here, significant importance. We got the commissioner and we got him supporting the commissioner. I forgot what his title was. Who else we got in here? We got the mayor and her assistant. We got the minutes keeper over here. But we got her. Look, she's reading off stuff. Okay, continue to read that off. But you're just an assistant. Then who do we got? We got the commissioner looking over because he know the union rep ain't going to be with it. Look, he looking like, oh, hell no, I ain't trying to do none of that. And then we even got Ahmed. Ahmed is another lawyer. Him and Nicole are both lawyers. But I told y'all. She was getting ready out there and she presented, you know what I'm saying? She presented the facts and wasn't nothing you could do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta agree with it. What's up, Shakara? Victor said it's Brian A. Wilson from The Wire. Yeah, they got a lot of actors from The Wire on here. I'm glad they reached out to them, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, we got something else that's gonna be out there. I would say I think that, you know what I'm saying, that experience from being in The Wire and just being in character kind of rolled over. It's like, okay, I remember how to do that. I can do that. Jasmine said, whenever it comes to money, you already know. Yeah, like, I mean, that budget is the most important thing. I be talking trash about it. Well, I was just only saying it because of her saying it. Like, the mayor controls the budget. But that's why I got laid off in 2009. Damn, Obama didn't sign off on our budget, man. May 9th, 2009 or May 8th, 2009 is when I got laid off. Damn Obama. A good thing ended. 2003 to 2009, man. Shakara said HBO likes to reuse actors, especially if they have a good relationship with them. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I got high. Yeah. And everyone did a good job for their roles. Even when you look at Jamel, because they got all these episodes, but they don't really have a large role. If you really look at how much they did, and most of it's stationary. So they all did a good job. I'd like to see them in more. I can see Jamel. Definitely Jamel has that look. You know what I'm saying? That look of it sound bad, but if there was like a slavery movie or something, like Gondo, maybe he could be one of the stronger gentlemen. But like Jamel, he looked like the dude that'd be sweeping the porch or something. you, you looking at Jamel, you like, damn, hey, Jamel gonna tell on you. He seemed like the one they making a movie that's gonna tell on you. Well, hell, that's what they did in HBO. They made Jamel a snitch. Look closely though. This dude in the back, he like, man, what the hell's a cop doing up in here? Jamel was wilding out though, but Baltimore wasn't wild back then as it is now. You know what I'm saying? Now these young boys, oh man, they see a cop come up in the house, them niggas is acting different. Like they don't care. But back then, Jamel walking up in there, they probably all knew Jamel. You here dating these girls. Now, one thing I didn't respect for none of these guys, like all of them were snitching. But why did they take it to a level of snitching that didn't have anything to do with what they were doing? Like it started off with Gondo talking about, oh, Jamel was married, but he was messing with a girl. Like, what does that have to do with the case, sir? All you had to do is say Jamel knew somebody in the streets that gave him information. You want to throw this man up under the bus. Now he got to worry about 7 years in jail and he got to worry about his wife. Then you got Ward doing the same thing. Ward talking about, yeah, Jenkins was crazy, but yeah, he had money, so he would go down to Baltimore, the North End, when he was on paternity leave. He was over here looking at these damn websites. Jenkins wild. So this is where I was in Baltimore, and I was walking around. Well, I was on that side, I think, walking around with this chick by myself. I said, never again will I be in Baltimore. Not solo. These niggas look, hey, shout out to Baltimore. I know a few people out there, but I ain't know nobody out there that night. But yeah, Jenkins out here in Ward talking about he was married, but he wasn't that much of a family man. He had a girl, like a prom girl. Like, well, nigga, what does that have to do with the case? What does this have to do with the case? Yeah, man, he be messing around with his wife. He get the big hotel room because he have money. Hey, bro, or how much time you trying to get knocked off? Look at John. John looking at it like John and the balls. The balls are like, wait, Jenkins used to get a hotel and bring in high-end strippers. Look at John. He was like, tell me more about this. And Erica, she just looking like, I don't know what the hell going on. But John, he's intrigued. He said, tell me more about that hotel that he got. Sir, I'm going to go do a little bit of investigating. You said North End? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go in there and see if I can get a room for 2 or 3 nights and just see how it goes in there. But it's like, Ward, why was you telling on what this man was doing? He got a wife. You know what I'm saying? That's where everything went downhill. And that's what we've been talking about with John doing most of the work. He not asking play questions. When did this start to crumble? And that's when he said when Jenkins left, when he had his kid. Because at that point, if you remember what they were saying, they were like, Jenkins revamped the whole process of stealing. Allers and Herschel, they just on the street get a little bit of money. But Jenkins was holding it down in the sense of making a lot of money, but not like holding it down legally. So for that, Kendall said they were telling everything. Yeah, that didn't have anything to do with the case. And then they out here checking our boy K-Stop. K-Stop actually came through, man. See, there's two things about K-Stop. You want a good officer like that. I met some good brothers. Talking about white men while I was in the military. Good. You could trust him. Like, all right, he gonna do the job by the book. But then there's the ones that do things by the book a little bit too hard. It's like, hey, bro, I know that's what it says, but you going to the extreme where you almost about to cross that line. Like, hey, man, dial it down to about midway. Dial it down to about a 7. We follow it by the book. These niggas be at a 10.001. You like, hey, yo, you gotta calm it down. Just like my first supervisor in the military, Sergeant Baum Bratton. Yeah, nigga, I'm talking about you, white dude. I didn't have no I ain't had no shaving profile when I first got to the base. And you know me, I gotta rock the beard, you know what I'm saying? I can't be no baby face assassin. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, you know what I'm saying, a little, 5 o'clock shadow, but only it was like 8 in the morning. So he told me, like, we was going, we came back from the clinic. I was doing my in processing. You got to check in. You go to like public health. You got to go to flight med. Basically doing all the shit, just giving your medical records, go up to dinner. We get back. He gonna say, hey, more, you should probably get a shaving waiver because people, your skin, your beard shows a little bit more, like your 5 o'clock, and you should probably get a shaving waiver. I said, what? He said, oh, I'm saying you should get a shaving waiver. I said, man, what do you mean, people like me? Is it you mean black people? He was like, oh yeah, well I didn't want to say. I'm like, nigga, white dude too, horrible dude, man. Baum Bratton. I don't know what he got out as, but I know his ass got overweight when I left, and they were clowning him. Hey, sucker. But anyway, that was just some dumb shit. But yeah, man, fucking Baum Bratton. But yeah, there's some people that like he does his job a little bit too hard. This is what it says about a book. Let's do this. Like, nigga, calm your ass down. Those are the dangerous ones. Ones that go a little bit too far with the rules. The rules say we could do X, Y, Z. They talking about we're gonna do X dot A, Y dot 2, and Z. Like, oh, where you bringing all this other shit in? Like, hey, calm your ass down. Calm your ass down. Oh yeah, Eric, they love you people. Another story, tech school. Sergeant Cecilia Watson. She was a tech sergeant at the time, and she thought because she was married to a black man, I don't know what the fuck she was, but she thought since she was married to a black man, she could talk to niggas like she a nigga. So okay. So one day she called us into the laboratory. There's me, this white kid, and this other dude. I'm sitting over in the corner. She talking about one of the teachers said they reported y'all talking to each other all day. I said, talking to each other all day? How the fuck can I talk to him? And we sitting on the opposite sides of the class. If I was distracting the class like that, niggas would have kicked me out the class. She was like, well, Maura, you look like you've been around the block a few times. I said, been around the block. I said, hey, after this, I'm gonna go talk to EO and the IG. Well, actually, I said I was gonna talk to the IG because I didn't know what EO was. I'm like, hell no, you're not about to be talking this slick shit to me. So she was like, well, let's start tomorrow and try to make. I say, hell no, we ain't starting this shit tomorrow. But I was bluffing her ass too. Like, motherfucker, I should have went told on your dumb ass, but that ain't in my blood. She probably went on to harass a whole bunch of more niggas after me, but I apologize, brothers. I apologize. I should have did something. Yeah, thinking back, yeah, it was probably a lot of young dudes because I was like 26 when I came in. So it was probably like a lot of young dudes that were just dealing with that shit. She making niggas' lives rough. I should have called her ass out. But it's all right, though. I'm going to hit her up on Facebook. I'm going to find your ass, Cecilia Watson. I'm going to have a few words with you. Just some few roads, you know what I'm saying? A little disagreement. We're going to go back because I remember all that shit. But anyway, Jenkins out here wilding out and more telling on all the stuff that ain't need to be told on. But K-Stop, he handled the situation very, very well. He said, no, we wear a badge. Can't do that shit. You can't do that shit. You're not a fucking cop. You can't do that. You can't put this badge on and just steal money. And as soon as he said that, Jenkins looked over at Herschel. They both looked like, we got to get this boy the fuck up out of here. Shipped him up out of there a couple of weeks later. I know K-Stop was mad. Like, man, I did all of this. Man, I was working my ass off. I know he was upset. He just got onto the gun trace task force. Like, it ain't nothing you can do. Like, hey, we gun trace task force now, baby. You going home, you getting hyped with all your boys, man. Hey, you heard about that dude Wayne Jenkins that get all the guns off the street? Hey, I work directly with him, bro. He my supervisor. Like, damn, you work with Wayne Jenkins? I'm talking about, dog, we be pulling niggas over. I'm talking about we be getting bricks, dog. I'm talking about we be confiscating everything. Hey, K-Stop, you ever thought about taking some money? Hell no. You fucking kidding me? I'm a cop. I ain't taking that money. Like, damn, all right, you doing good. But he done got with Jenkins, and Jenkins in here testing him. Gondo said, man, they got rid of his ass like a week later, 2 weeks later. Jasmine, yeah, he was proud of K-Stop. And I guess the reason he's feeling like that, just like how I was just feeling, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? When I see a young brother make it through his military career, he didn't get fucked over like I did. I'm like, damn, brother, you made that. And it brings a tear to your eye to know that someone after you made it a little bit easier than you did. So I guess for him, he's looking at it like K-Stop was one of the good ones. You know what I'm saying? He was a good kid. That's how you always got to look at it. Yeah, Eric, you would think that would be a red flag, but you got to remember, everyone said Jenkins is the golden boy. Jenkins don't do no wrong. They ain't getting rid of Jenkins. I mean, if Jenkins say get rid of somebody, then they ain't up to par. Mind you, Jenkins is riding around. Every time you see him, he got a Mike Hard lemonade in his hand behind the wheel. Yeah, I make big money. Yeah, everybody know me. It's like I'm a superstar. K-Stop in there, hype as hell, not knowing all this celebrating. Like, look at this. Is what I mean about K-Stop. This is what when I tell you, when I met some white boys like this, cool as hell. Jenkins is drinking on the job and driving. He don't care because Jenkins does a good job. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not taking as far as drinking and driving. But you know what I'm saying? If you show up like 2 or 3 minutes late, 10 minutes late, I'm not gonna say shit. Come on in, brother. Go sit down at your desk, man. Oh, I'll go distract him for you. Don't worry about it. Yeah, like little shit like that you shouldn't trip about. They having a good time. Jenkins is blasting music. So all K-Stop is hearing, like, we're playing rap music in the black community. They should be happy. I'm pretty sure they like it. Not knowing that Jenkins is brainwashing. Like, this is what you do. You drive around, you act a damn fool out here. You do whatever the hell you want. Look at K-Stop, happy as hell. K-Stop ain't worked with this many black people in his life. He probably on the force, like, damn, bro. There's some cool ass black guys on there. Cause he see Jamel and them, Gondo. He like, damn, they arresting people. He see Ward, he's like, damn, these brothers are actually pretty cool. And now he with Jenkins, he like, man, they love Jenkins too. So hey, at this point, he's looking like, hey, man, they a legit family over here. Y'all know how easy it is. K-Stop was young too. K-Stop young as hell, so he gonna be easily influenced, especially when you go to the academy and then you come right out of the academy, you've been working, and they talk about, hey man, you're gonna be on the streets of Wayne Jenkins. Wayne Jenkins, shit, now you on your, hey, every day for him was probably a real life training day, and he just didn't know it. Every day he riding around with Jenkins. Jenkins was legit the real life training day. Think about it. Every time we see him, he drinking and driving. So did Lonzo. He going through the hood. He talking bad to everybody. He know suspects by their first name. They done pulled him over. He inviting them to come to his promotion ceremonies. He's basically Lonzo, the real life version of Lonzo. He's over here grooming them. What? Did Jenkins watch Training Day and say, let me top what Lonzo was doing? Robbing drug dealers? Stealing off the streets, illegal pullovers, illegal search warrants. This man said, let me watch Training Day and I'm a one-up Lonzo. That's crazy. I ain't even think of that. Wayne Jenkins is the real life fucking Alonzo. He was the real life. And what happened? LL Cool J, all them extras that showed up. I'm not LL Cool J, Dr. Dre. I be getting them two bald head niggas mixed up. But shout out to both of them. But what did they say? They showed up to do what? A heist. They went to go rob a drug dealer. What is he talking about, man? We got overtime. It's unlimited. What did Alonzo tell them? Don't worry about it. I know when you're going to get piss test. I know what they're going to say. And we got somebody that's going to coach you. What happened? Gondo said they went and coached Jamel. This is the real life training day, just the white version. This is the white version of training day. The exact thing. And guess what? Erica wanted to go up the chain of command. The chain of command knew what Alonzo was doing. Oh my goodness. They knew. They were having sit down. Hey, Alonzo, I heard you fucking up in the street. Hey, Jenkins, y'all are federally investigated. You see what I'm saying? They were warning them. They were letting them know. And Jenkins trying to keep everybody calm, talking about, no, it's just Momodu Gondo. Now they watching us, but it's just on Gondo. You see what I'm saying? This is the White Training Day. HBO presents the White Training Day, starring Wayne Jenkins. Like, damn. Now, when you watch that movie Training Day, it's a little bit more believable because that's what these niggas was doing. Jamel shot a nigga. Jamel shot 3 people in 1 year. Wayne Jenkins got countless amount of bodies. These niggas was really living Training Day. He talking about, man, the faucet is on, brother. That overtime. Gondo talking about, set me up. What? Anybody licking their chops like that after you told them about some money? Listen, anybody, and I mean it, anybody. You see them licking their lips after you done told them about some money? These niggas are too greedy for the money they are about to get. They are going to ruin it. Anytime anybody's that excited about making some money, these niggas are going to be your downfall. They're going to be your downfall. It's either the licking of the lips, the rubbing of the hands, or the rubbing on the head because they can't believe it. Those 3 things are going to be the downfall of you. So always look around and you notice, okay, all right, not too excited, got a little grin, that's fine. Hey, why you rubbing your hand like Birdman? What you doing licking your lips? Now, if they doing all of it, like, oh yeah, you going to jail, all of y'all. Because what do we know? Momodu Gondo licked his lips, and he was the man under investigation for the drugs because everyone thought that he was the biggest drug dealer. The preacher man off of Dead Presidents, what did he do when they got all that money? He said, this nigga started giving out turkeys and went and bought a new Cadillac and started bringing whores through. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And I can tell you another reason how we know that Gondo was going to mess it up. Why? Here we go. When Gondo was on the phone with Jamel, of course, Erica ain't doing no work. He out here by abandoned payphone in you know saying in the trap. But look, he on the phone. Guess what, hey, bro? Guess what, man? We got overtime. Anyone that talks to you on speakerphone like this, when they just had the phone to their ear, they are too excited. You cannot trust this nigga. He is not able to manage money. That nigga said, I got $8,000. When I got that check, I looked at it and said, ooh, who did that? Nigga, calm your ass down. This is not legit money. You know what you're doing is fraud. You know y'all ain't even going to work a full 8 hours. You on the phone talking about, ooh, wait, $8,000? Nigga, you got to know. Somebody's looking. Even you were wondering, how the hell did I get an $8,000 check? Niggas is looking at that. The first thing I do anytime I see a check that looks unfamiliar, when I mean unfamiliar, I'm talking about at least $1,000 more than what I was expecting. Because, you know, 500, that could just be, you know, saying I'm always modest and go under anyway. But if it looks like $1,000 more than what was supposed to be in my account, Yeah, it's a suspicious deposit in my account because I'm not spending none of that money until I can verify that shit is mine. Because they gonna come back and hit your ass in the middle of the month. You gonna be like, damn, they done took 1,000 out. You just spent that whole 1,000 knowing good and damn well it ain't yours. But this is Gondo and them. These niggas is not smart enough. These niggas is not smart enough. $8,000. First thing I would have said, oh, no way. I got to cut back on some of this overtime. Now, I'm not saying still overtime, but if my check is $4,000, maybe $5,000, and I'm getting $3,000 overtime, oh no, I'm cutting back because I hate to pay back like $4,000 in a month. Ooh, hell, it hurt when that damn rent come out on the first of the month. That motherfucker say $31.86. I'm like, ooh, wait. But imagine having to pay that shit and you don't get nothing out of it. At least with that, I get a roof over my head, the opportunity to talk to y'all. These niggas is facing jail time. Jail time. And what did he say? What did he say? We know, I keep telling y'all, what I tell y'all, you lick your lips, you rub your hands, you rub your head, you can't manage money. Guess what happened? If you remember listening to Momodu Gondo, he just said he had an $8,000 check. Ward said he had a $63,000 check. Jenkins said he had a $82,000 check. And this, I mean, not just a check, but this is overtime over the cumulative of a year. This nigga made $8,000 and he said he only had $20,000 in overtime. What were you doing with your money? You got a little bit of money. You got that $8,000 and you started taking time off. You wasn't working full overtime like everybody else. And we know that that's true because what did Jamel say? 20,000, you don't do no work, and it all makes sense. He rather look like the dope boy. He don't want to be the dope boy, but he don't want to do the work to keep the dope boy image. But he wants to look it, and we know niggas like this. They get a little bit of money, and what they do? They start acting a goddamn fool. And let me tell you what acting a fool is. Reserve for lieutenant. Stepping out like motherfucking, you about to go roll bounds. Oh, skate. Like, nigga, you were going to internal affairs. You put on a silk shirt, unbuttoned that shit, didn't get no lineup, came to work with a Louis V belt buckle on, with your gun on your waist. Nigga, you ain't prepared for the streets. They about to walk your ass down in them dress loafers. They about to kill you, nigga. When you showing up to work for this? And you showing up to internal affairs? Do you know what internal affairs? They deal internally in your job to see the affairs that you've been doing. And I ain't talking about your marital affairs. I'm talking about your work affairs, which is more severe consequence than your marital. You know what I'm saying? You go to work and you get into some affairs. What affairs you got? Overtime fraud, wire fraud, IRS, tax evasion. Those affairs are going to put you behind bars. You better off having a marital affair because all you're going to do is get a divorce and potentially lose half. And we already heard your broke ass on the phone arguing with your baby mama talking about, man, I'm out here in the streets. We have war every day. Nigga, you not at war every day because your overtime tells us you ain't putting in the hours that everybody's putting in. Nigga, you're lying. You're fronting. We know the truth, Gondo. You were the first snitch that we had on the show, and that's what we came up with the name Mama Gonna Do 10. Because we knew your ass was out here fucking up. And I told y'all the lick lip is a sheer indicator on niggas that are about to fuck up. You rubbing them hands, you showing up, it's about to be trouble for you. You didn't walk in here. You thought you would fly as hell today. You woke up, you probably did a spin in the mirror. You're like, ooh, I'm going down internal affair. You probably put cologne on too. Rested your ass all up against the wall because it's the feds. The feds ain't taking you in lightly. Now, the ones that be in suits, yeah, but the ones that come in a tactical gear, oh no, they planning to do a takedown. They putting you against the wall. You about to smell good. Niggas about to be like, nigga, what that cologne is? They got your ass against the wall. You sure do smell good, nigga. I hope you got that in prison because they on your ass now. They know you going down. The feds are showing up to take you down. Go ahead and count your days. Your best bet is as a judge, how much time served do I get, nigga? Because you going to jail. It's unfortunate, but you going to jail. I don't wish jail on nobody, but you going to jail, nigga. You about to be the cleanest nigga in intake we've ever seen. You done came in here, you thought it was a good day. None of these niggas have any kind of fucking awareness. I would have been looking around like, why is everybody whips up here? Everybody got called into internal affairs on the same day. That shit don't happen like that. They stagger that shit so you niggas can't talk to each other. Yeah, we know how this shit work. Y'all done pulled up. You done parked in lieutenant spot because you thought you were just so cool. Now Lieutenant about to come out there and shake his head because we done already seen the commissioner was upset. He was upset with Jenkins when he went in there. He said, ooh, you fuck up. Now they about to come out here. This lieutenant, what he about to do is, oh, you parked in his spot. He got to wait for them to tow it because this technically becomes evidence because we don't know what you done in this car. This car has been bugged up. Goofy nigga was driving the work car home, and that's how the whole damn audio device got put in there. You never drive a GOV to your house because you don't want anything to happen to it. You got to go to work and explain that shit. You leave that motherfucker at work and you drive your whip back. But Gondo, I told you, a nigga that couldn't financially handle this kind of money. He's been blowing his money. He's out and about. He in the strip clubs. He talking about, I ain't gonna waste my gas because you know what he's doing? He going to work. He filling that thing up on the gas card that the company got, and then he riding that motherfucker around trying to save some money because he blowing through his money. He look like the biggest dope boy. Yeah. I know niggas like this. I grew up with niggas like this. They get a little bit of money. Damn, you clean as a motherfucker, bro. Yeah, man, you know, I spent a couple bands on this. Yeah, well, you're going to be hurting in a couple of weeks. I'll tell you that. And Gondo is it's going to be hurting for some years. But this is not how you pull up to internal affairs. You got to be prepared. Anytime a supervisor called me in their office down the hallway, I promise you, my heart dropped. I'm like, what the hell have I done in the last week? What they about to stick on me now? What did I forget to do? Now, if I'm turning up to internal affairs, like now, if I go into like a staff sergeant office, they're more likely to give me the paperwork. If I go into like a tech, you know what I'm saying, like an E5, well, not E5, but like an E6 or higher, 9 times out of 10, I'm normally thinking, all right, it's gonna be just some work related. But you know, it'd be them lower ranking niggas that want to write you up. But I'm never going into my commander's office, even on the off day, talking about what's happening. What's good, sir? No, y'all gonna see me outside of uniform. It's gonna be sweatpants and a hoodie all on base, unless we're going to eat for like lunch and I got to put on some jeans or something. But that's neither here or there. But I'm not showing up with a silk shirt. Gondo can't handle that money. Now, what y'all think? Who would be the worst person that who would be the worst person that you would be with if you had to manage the money? Ward, Gondo, or Jamel? Out of those three, who would you know what I'm saying? What up, Mooch? Moochilla. Who would you be more trustworthy around? Ward, Jamel, or Gondo? We got her and playing that damn flute, man. You see how Eric said none of their asses. Jamel said, I mean, Jasmine said, crap choices. Hey, but you got to choose one. Cause when you on that workforce, you don't get to pick your partner. Like Jamel told him. Oh shit, you know what I'm saying? We weren't the supervisors, so no one really cared what we did. If I had to choose one to be around, I'm probably choosing Ward. If I had to do something, I'm probably choosing Ward. He seemed like the most trustworthy. Yeah, if you had to choose, everyone would probably take Ward because Ward hasn't told on no co-workers. Ward has only told up. He's only told on Herschel. Well, he spoke a little bit about Jamel and Gondo, but that's only because Jenkins said that they were under investigation. But he never really talked on them. He only talked about Jenkins and Herschel. So he's only snitching up because I mean, you never come on now. How you gonna tell on somebody on the same level as you? Gotta go up. Don't nobody give a fuck about what he did. We already got his ass. We already remember I was telling y'all no level. We already got all the one level niggas. We trying to go up to the top of the pyramid, which just happened to be Jenkins. We don't care what your partner did. Your partner ain't Jenkins. Your partner ain't Herschel. We don't care what Jamel and Momodu Gondo did. We don't care what Taylor did. Them niggas is already telling. We just need to corroborate your story with their story so we can go up the chain. I don't know, man. I don't know. Ward, he's the most trustworthy out of all of them. But just remember that. To all you upstanding citizens, like I said, I don't condone none of this. I'm not in any of this. So, you know what I'm saying? If I got to call 911, hey, some niggas over here wilding out. Some white folk over here wilding out. Some niggas over here wilding out. Some Hispanics over here wilding out. Hey, so be it. But I pay too much money to not, hey, yeah, can y'all notify security that it's a little bit loud over here? It's about 4 in the morning now. If it was like 12, 1, 2, you know what I'm saying? Cool, but 4, come on now. But I don't do that. But since you were all, you know what I'm saying, civilians, call the police. Call them. But yeah, this is how you show up to talk to internal affairs. You just show up in regular clothes, just because you never know if they're gonna put you to work, got you doing something else. Oh, what up, Art? I didn't even see you, my bad, man. I was going into my little spiel. Yeah, so it looks like everybody's picking Ward. Kendall said Ward. Eric said he's the lesser of all the evils. Muchilla said Ward. Yeah, so as of right now, we know Ward took a little bit of money. He said he put that 5 bands back because it was too much, and he also dumped that 20. Now, do I believe it? Nah, I don't believe it. But from what we know, that's what he said he did. So I gotta go with him. I gotta go with him. Now you see when they had Jamel up in there. Mm-hmm. They were like, Mr. Rayum, what do you know about a murder? I'm not a murder, but a robbery. You know, when he heard murder, you're like, wait a minute, I don't know nothing about that. But what do you know about a robbery of Mr. Hamilton? He's like, who? I don't know nothing about that. I mean, congrats if we did. They said, John said, we got you on the wiretap. He said, oh, yeah, about that. Well, we went over there. We went over. Hey, his lawyer, he ain't even paying no attention. And that's a good thing about like lawyers. I think this is more of a public defender because I took it as a reference when he first said, I'm not hiring a lawyer for $500 an hour. When he said that, I'm paying you $500. We know he had a lawyer in real life, but I don't think he had that lawyer until it was time to start doing the plea deals. I don't know if it was that same lawyer throughout his whole thing. I couldn't find too much info about that. I just know that I think his lawyer was lawyer Warren. Let me see something real quick. Art Ward's wife is a cop. Ward's wife was a Baltimore PD. That's why he said he couldn't take that money because it was too much. Oh, okay. Rayum's lawyer was Dennis Boyle. Yeah. So when Rayum went in there, we're gonna get back on that. When Rayum went in there, his lawyer was like, hey, look, we'll cooperate with you guys. Just give us 3 years. They said, hell no. You getting 12 years, man. You getting 12 years. They said Rayum's family stood up for him in federal court. His father, a retired police officer, his mom and sister, both educators. They were said not to said to justify said they were not there to justify on Rayum's conduct, but just to ask to give him another chance. They gonna give Rayum another chance in 12 years. That's when they're gonna get that another chance. 12 years, you can get out, bounce on back, brother. Matter of fact, when you get out, holla at me. If I'm still doing YouTube, holla at me. We're gonna do an interview. We're gonna do the 12-year follow-up. They talking about Dennis Boyle, Rayum's attorney, said Rayum did not start out as a corrupt officer, but learned little by little. What? You were one of the worst ones. You ain't learned that little by little. You jumped straight into the game. Jump straight into the game. Then they talking about Ray broke down and they're apologizing. Hey, yo, listen up, man. Listen up. You heard guilty 12 years. It ain't no time for no apologizing and breaking down and crying, nigga. It's time to go do your jail time. It's one thing if you were innocent and you were crying and proving you're innocent, but no, nigga, you guilty. You knew what was coming with this. You were popping niggas in the streets, bro. It ain't no crying. You got 12 years for a body. It ain't no crying, nigga. You still got over. You still got over, and your restitution is only $79,000. That's it. That's it. Come on, man. You got over. It don't need to be no second chance. Now, I'm all for giving niggas second chances, but come on, bro. You fucked up. It ain't no time to be crying. You taking, hey, if I'm the judge, I ain't trying to hear no apologizing, nigga. You wasn't apologizing when them niggas was getting shot at on the street when you was stealing from them. You wasn't apologizing when you were in Mr. Hamilton's damn pocket and stole 35 Hyundai off him. Yeah. Yeah, when you were putting that money in there, you didn't think I had surveillance, did you? Ram, you didn't think we had surveillance. Yeah, I got all the photos. Yeah, I see you over here touching the bald man head, stealing his money. Talking about, ooh, I knew that was drug dealing money. Nigga. So because someone got 3 bands on them, it's drug dealing money? That's what it is, drug dealing money now? Yeah, you wasn't breaking down right here. Yeah, right here, tough guy. Get over there. Don't say nothing to her. You wasn't breaking down then, nigga. You wasn't apologizing then, nigga. We ain't seen no tears. We seen Herschel back here and his boy in the New Balance is big kicking it. You and Gondo trying to find something. You wasn't breaking down here. You wasn't breaking down here. Skinny nigga too. He ain't had that uniform on. You know niggas is whooping his ass. That's why he became a cop. Definitely couldn't hold his own in the streets, little nigga. But you wasn't apologizing here. You were not apologizing here. But let me tell you something. This is exactly how. Oh, let me find my paperwork. This is exactly how I was looking when they tried to hit me with them 4 years and 11 words. When I first got to my base, they brought Mr. Hamilton here and tried to pass Wayne Jenkins, y'all. Mr. Crime Suppression, Mr. Wayne Jenkins Day, Mr. I Love Me a Black Queen, Mr. Ooh, where you smell good for a white girl. Wayne Jenkins, Mr. Pat Ron himself. They tried to pass him off as a DA. Now, first of all, any DA you go into and they got this wood panel office, they a horrible DA. Them niggas ain't put no one behind bars. They ain't upgrade this. He don't even have a full bulletin board back here. This nigga got half a bulletin board with a tassel from 1998 on here. No kind of degrees on the wall, no nothing. He got this little bitty ass safe. Boy, you only got one stack of paper. You ain't no DA. This is how I'd have been looking at the room like, what? And nigga, you were a DA in a Baltimore Oilers shirt. And this is Under Armour. This is like, oh man, you got the Nike Athletic on up under the t-shirt. You just came from playing softball outside into the office, talking about you the DA. Talking about you the DA. Man, you got large quantities of drugs in your house. This is exactly how I look. When I find out when I get you that paperwork, this is exactly how I look when Sergeant Wolf was in there reading me my rights. Read me my rights, nigga. You ain't no police officer. You the first shirt. You can't read me my rights. He talking about, all right, we need you to sign this. I said, I ain't signing nothing. I'm gonna go talk to a lawyer. So they were mad. They couldn't talk to me, but this is exactly how I was looking. I said, nigga, what? Read me my rights. Nigga, you don't get the fuck on out of here. Shout out to my boy Troy Spears. They fucked my young boy up, man. Kicked him out at 18 years old. Ain't even make it to his first base. They kicked him out. And then they tried to lump me in that shit. Talking about, yeah, were you with him? Nigga, you know I was in school. I was in fucking tech school. Nigga, I rode the bus. I met all roll call. How could I go do anything off base with that nigga? How can he do anything off base when he restricted the base? If he would have came back on base, his damn ID card would have scanned. They trying to hit me on that shit 4 years. I said, nigga, you can talk to a lawyer. And y'all know if I said it, I meant it. I got the paperwork. Matter of fact, let me see if I can call Spears up. Cause they fucked my dog over. That nigga was only 18 years old, man. He didn't even make it in the military. More than what? We did basic training. He probably was only in the military, maybe. No more than no, he was in there 5 months because they held him. They didn't kick him out to the day we graduated. That's how grimy they did him. So that morning we all got dressed up, put on our blues and shit. And then they you know what I'm saying? We went over to the school and did the graduation. We came back, he was gone. They had already kicked him out. I was like, damn, that's fucked up how they did him. You know, man, it is what it is, man. That's how, like, unfortunately, that's how it is out here, man. You're gonna get fucked over, and whatever you do, man, you just gotta be able to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? But Wayne Jenkins sitting there in plain clothes, I'm looking him in the face like, man, I'm not cooperating. I'm not telling you anything. Damn, my computer's going slow. Let me see something. Let me see if I got, you know. This is America. I will say, I mean, I got, you know what I'm saying? I got the best out of it, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm making the best out of every situation I'm afforded. I tell you that. It is better than growing up in a third world country. Now, we got to give it some kind of credit now. Man. Man, my computer is loading up slow as hell. Here we go. That was the day we graduated, man. They kicked my boy out, Mr. Spears, man. Shout out to Tapia. My boy about to become a doctor too. He got out the military. He about to become a doctor. She became an officer. What is she? A captain now? Captain Washington. That was my homegirl. That was our crew, man. They kicked my young boy out. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. They kicked him out the day we graduated. So he didn't get to go to graduation and he kicked out. Like, damn, bro. I told y'all, there's always that one cool white boy you got. That's my boy Dollar right here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's me getting ready to go into a response. You know what I'm saying? I used to kick it with the white folk. I ain't had no other option. That's all that worked with me. That's my homegirl in Teeny though. She I think she live in like Italy or something. I think her family like Sicilian or something like that. Cool as fuck. Then you know what I'm saying? Me and my boy Dollar, we out here getting ready to go into a real world response. Yeah. Yeah, you find a couple of cool white boys. That man Dollar said, all I want to do is do 20 years, retire, buy an oak tree and a farm, and have 8 kids. I'm like, damn, boy, that's some aspirations. But then they went over to Mr. Hamilton's house, man, because Jenkins was getting upset. He's like, wait a minute. So you not gonna tell us anything? I said, man, I want to talk to my damn lawyer. Look, he wasn't breaking down and crying here. He got a straight face on. Even Gondo smiling a little bit. Yeah, shout out to my boy Dollar. Gannon Dollar. That was my boy, man. One of the most brave people I ever known, too. If I ever needed somebody to respond with something with me, he just like, hey, Mo, I'll go with you. All right, shit, let's go, Dollar. Tell him what equipment we need. We go in there. He just liked all the equipment. We go in there. I lead the team. I do the sampling and shit. Hey, read it off, Dollar. Let them know what we got back at the, you know what I'm saying, at the spot. And they all knew anytime anytime anyone found money doing these little high stake robberies that they were doing, I'm staying in the room until the end. If I'm gonna be crooked, I'm gonna make sure that I'm crooked and we doing this legitly though. Herschel put all loose cash in his pocket. Now you remember Jamel said it was like 20,000 that was loose. So they turned into that 50. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have turned in 25, maybe 30, or we would have knocked the half off. But come on, man. You know you can't leave Herschel up here with the money. Y'all see how he acts? Gondo talking about, yeah, we walked on out. That's all it takes. Someone do that look. Okay, I'm about to do something grimy. I'm about to steal something. Exactly, Eric. We gonna be equally crooked. Jenkins. I'm not taking 20,000 out this safe. And you get 60,000 to yourself. No. 60 and 60 is 120, and there's 4 of us. Okay, it's 4 of us. Okay, we gonna all get 30 bands. That's what we gonna do, Jenkins. We all gonna get 30. He talking about, all right, y'all take this, and I'm gonna take this. Hell no. How much time did Herschel get? Yeah, it's every man for himself. But I tell you one thing, it's gonna be every man for himself. But we still accountability. I'm gonna hold my brothers accountable. We gonna be doing it wrong. We gonna be doing it wrong together. Herschel got 18 years. Yeah, Herschel got 18. Gondo got 10. Jamel 12. I know y'all probably wanted to see it at the end of the thing, but I mean, these are real world events, so I mean you can just Google them. But but they over here on the couch, big kicking it. Turn out this man ain't even had no dope money. He talking about, man, if you know anybody that sell drugs, let us know. You know what I'm saying? Put us in, plug us in. Or it might be 10, you know what I'm saying? 10 bricks just showing up in your backyard one day. It's like, damn, you gonna set this man up because he ain't got nothing and he's a car dealer. Now, what I will say, for this man to be this sophisticated, this much money, this man has succeeded in life, nigga. You can't have 50,000 in a Ziploc in a shoebox. You can't have 20,000 loose cash in that same shoebox, in the closet, on the floor, not up under 100 boxes of shoes, just in the bedroom, just in the bedroom. You got to be better than that. You gonna have that kind of money. Let's just say it was $75,000. You got $75,000 cash. You ain't got like a little safe somewhere down in the basement or something, a little wall or something. You had this shit in the Nike shoebox. And I'm about to look at this closet because I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta readjust my eyes to see what I see in here first. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna point out some stuff that gives it a dead giveaway. Look at this closet. If you look in this closet, you got her side, you got his side. Right? Right. Her side, business professional, a little bit of casual. His side, all shoot, all suits. Then we get down here, we start getting into like the little button ups. We start getting into the polo. Look down here, we got nice little boots here, some dress pants. Nothing in here is athletic apparel. Why did you have this big bright orange Nike box sticking out inside of this closet? This ain't the closet for that. This box should have been in a whole nother room. You don't keep your tennis shoes in here with the suits. You're never going to wear those tennis shoes with anything that you have up on against the wall over here, mister. Come on. You can't be a businessman like that. You slacking. You slacking. Like, this isn't the closet to have a random orange Nike box in. You got to have that thing laid out. It's a whole nother room. But it is what it is, man. And then they confiscated 50,000. He had to prove it was his and go down and get it. Like, bro, that is wild, man. You got the local sheriff's department. They don't know nothing going on. They just like, oh, okay, man, it must be a legit bus. See, that's a problem. We don't have nobody policing the police. Well, they're trying to integrate things now, but who knows? Who knows? But look at this black guy. He's like, damn, man, I ain't never had no problems with Mr. Hamilton. But $50,000, I ain't know he was carrying that kind of cash up in here either. Uh-huh. 70,000 is a lot. I think the most I ever had on me cash one time, maybe like 10. As far as me like saving, I moved more than 10, but I ain't never like just had 10 cash in my house that I was saving up. No, hell no. I'm about to put that shit in the account or something. Nigga come and rob me, he ain't getting nothing but drawers and socks. See, Eric, that's the thing. You gotta always put things in places where you think that somebody might come and get to it. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, if he wasn't trying to hide it, he would have just had it up at the top, in the top of the shelf or something. But he put it in that Nike box down at the bottom because he ain't want nobody to find it. But you can't have a box sticking out like a sore thumb. When I come in here, oh, Stacey Adams, Georgia Armani. Oh, okay, got some Fendi boots in here. Okay, got these motherfuckers playing with these Louis Vuitton. Oh, okay, I see you. Nike. Let me check the Nike box. You pull that Nike box out there, it's a little bit heavy. You open it up. 50,000 in the Ziploc. 20,000 loose leaf. That's just reckless. He just threw that money in there like, hey, bro, nah, man. You got to put that shit up somewhere. You don't want your kids stumbling on that. You don't want nobody, hey, man, you know how it is. I forgot what his wife's name is, but Miss Hamilton got to have a life too now. Uh-huh. She didn't hit you up one day. Baby, like, what's up? Oh, I need some shopping money. Now, this is before he had that big 50, you know what I'm saying? The big 50 stack in there. It may have been like 5,000-10,000. Babe, I need some money. I gotta go do this real quick, and it's gotta be cash. Oh, don't worry about it. Go in the room. There's a Nike box. Now she knows the Nike box is where the money is. Now you done got all this money in here. Now she talk about, babe, I just took a little bit off the top. And you're not gonna get mad because it's your wife. But it's still like, hey, bro, you gotta let me know before you're doing some shit like that. You gotta be prepared at all times. Cause you don't ever want to come home. You count through your money. You like, okay, I know it's 50 in this big thing. Now 20. Wait a minute, 17,000. Now you thinking somebody in the house. Then she getting home with a couple bags. Oh, I had to go pick up some groceries, and I went and got something. You like, oh shit. You gotta let me know next time you go in there like that. I went up there. I was gonna add some more, but I always count my money. Never add money without counting the money you already got. Cause you want to make sure you ain't slipping. But I was going through it, and it was 17, a little bit light. So, oh yeah, I took it out. I was gonna put. Hey, I don't mind you knowing where the money is, but please let me know because my heart started racing when I found out that 3 bands was gone. Now I don't know about y'all, but 3 bands is gonna be effective to make my heart go. I'm like, damn, did someone rob me? Oh, it was just me. Oh shit. Girl, I started looking at my bank account thinking, did I deposit some money? I started thinking back of who came over this week. I'm thinking somebody done got up in my shit. Yeah. You got to know what you know. I know he was nervous as hell. He said, 50,000? Where the rest of it at? And that's another reason you can't put large quantities of money in one spot. That's just the old saying. We know with them, there's no honor amongst thieves, but you never put all your eggs in one basket. You never put all your eggs in one basket. Never. Just for reasons like this. Boom, someone came in, they didn't got all your shit. They didn't got all your shit. Ain't nothing you can do. Yeah, Kendall, 3K. 3K. I don't know who y'all are. I don't know who y'all are, the lifestyle that you guys are living, the rich and famous that are in the chat, the Moets, but 3K is a lot for me. I hear 3K. 3K. 3K is a whole vacation. I'm going to London and Portugal and I'm spending about 3,500 for 12 days. Like 3K is a lot. That's a lot. Let's just say it was 20K loose, 50. So that's 70. Divide that by 3. How many Ks is that? Yeah, how many Ks is that? That's what? 2 minus that, 2, 5, 3. That'd be 6. That's 26 Ks that I'm missing out on. Yeah, that's 26 Ks I'm missing out on. You talking about 3K? Yeah, 3 times 26 is roughly about 70 something. Roughly about 70 something. That's 26 Ks I'm missing out on. I plan on taking 4 trips this year. I done lost all that. I done lost. That's what this money was saved for, to go on a trip. But Kendall talk about 3K. Yeah, 3K. I'm hurt. It's over with. What you doing this weekend? Nothing. Wow, what happened? You good? No, nigga, I lost 3K. I lost 3K. I'm not gonna go spend more money as I just lost 3K. And they took 50. How am I gonna go down there and prove to y'all that I had $50,000 in cash? What documents am I gonna bring for this? If someone buying a car cash or I did some moves, how am I gonna prove this? But 3K, yeah, I'm acting a fool. 3K, y'all might not see me on live. Y'all might not see me on live like that month. Oh, it's about to be a lot of self-thought going on. Like 3K, I gotta figure out how to make up 3K. YouTube ain't busting like it be busting in the winter months. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go do something. I'm thinking I might turn into Wayne Jenkins for 3K. I gotta get out these streets. I gotta figure it out. I gotta do something. She'll talk about I'm acting a fool for 300. Oh shit, what? You come in your house and you had $300 in your drawer, and that's just 3 crisp $100 bills. You go in there, open up your drawer, like, what the fuck? Where does 300 then went? Nigga, if you are a human in this chat right now, $300, I'm not saying it's gonna hurt you where it's just gonna financially set you back for the month. I'm not saying that, but to lose $300, even if you misplaced $300 and you find it like the next day because it was in some jeans or something, your heart is beating a little bit different because now you're thinking about what the fuck did I do with that $300? $300. Now, all right. Matter of fact, let me make a poll. Let me make a poll. We're gonna have a quick vote on this real quick. How are you feeling if you lost 3K in one day? Yeah. That's bill money. I'm acting a damn fool. And I'm gonna make it. Oh man, my damn computer going, my computer going slow. Kendall said don't make it. You lucky it ain't even. I'm gonna give y'all 3 simple answers. Well, I'm gonna give you 4. Mad, upset. No, I'm gonna be mad, cry. Come on, come on. Act up. Or option number 4. Don't care because 3K ain't no money. Let's see who's human in here and who isn't. Who got real money? Kendall, go ahead and hit that Cashapp. Miss 3,000 ain't a thing. I take 2,500 right now. I take 2,500 right now, Miss Thing. We talk about 3K. 3K ain't nothing. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna put this poll up. If it'll load. Damn, don't care. And this thing is going slow. If you're new to the channel, we are talking about We Own This City Part 5. We're about to go into free time, but this is a safe spot. You could do whatever you want. You can talk about whatever you want as long as you're respectful. Right now, we have a poll going on. How would $3,000 coming up missing in one day affect you? But also, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We got a lot of stuff coming up. But yeah, for 3K, the poll is up. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit. We're gonna see because shit. I tell y'all, like, in my head, the way stuff works for me when it comes to money, when I go get my haircut come up to like $60. Well, it's like 50, like 50. Is it 55? No, it's like 50. And I tip 10. So I give them 60. Now I got $40 left. Because I done took out $100. Because I don't walk around with no cash. It don't come up to me. I don't have any money. I can't donate you anything. All I got is my card and my phone, brother. I can't do nothing. But now I got $40. If I go spend that $40 on something, I might not spend no money the next day. Because I'm looking at it, I spent $100 in one day. Y'all can say, oh, that nigga broke. Y'all can say what y'all want. But my head, during the week, I should never, ever spend outside of bills $100 on shit unless I am on a trip somewhere. I'm not spending $100 through Monday and Friday. There ain't nothing in the world worth me spending $100 in a day. That's how I, save my money. That's one way to help me. Yeah, they take cash. Hey, out here in California in the Bay, let me see what that poll at. But in the Bay, man, them homeless people, I don't know if they homeless or if they regular people. Everybody out here, they be having tablets and shit. They be riding on electric bikes and then they go stay in a tent. Them niggas be charging up at Starbucks and McDonald's. I'm like, damn, y'all niggas is on the internet posting selfies on Instagram. I can't tell who's poor out here, who got money. But even like out here in the the cost of living is so high, man. Somebody could be making $4,000 or $5,000 and still be living in poverty. I don't know why you're living above your means, brother, but god damn. They can take Cashapp all they want. I tell you this, my Cashapp only goes one way, and that's incoming. Unless I know you. You know what I'm saying? I'll show y'all some love when we had I'll give y'all a little trivia question. Whoever get it out, yeah, I'll give y'all Cashapp. But yeah, the only other thing I use my Cashapp for is I send my sister some money. But other than that, I don't be on Cashapp like that. Cashapp is at the bottom of the screen. We don't ask for donations, but they are deeply appreciated. Moedotj. Shakara said government programs help the homeless people get electronics. Hell, I need to apply for it. I need to apply for that. Hey, government assistant, like as a disabled veteran, what's up with that new iPhone? I need it. I need to be in touch with the streets. I need to know what's going on. I need the news. Like the Obama phone, for example. Oh, yeah. So I didn't know nothing about that till I moved out here. And like legit, they be having the little tents out there and it's like, hey, come up here and you get a phone for free. I'm like, shit, what I gotta do to sign up for it? Because I'll tell you one thing, I ain't passing up on nothing free. You give me a free t-shirt, oh yeah, I'm rocking it. I love free stuff. Love free stuff. Shoot, they start giving out them foldable homes. Y'all gonna see me downgrade and be in a box home. Y'all gonna be like, damn, you didn't downgrade it all the way. I'm like, yeah, I only pay like $200 a month too. Wi-Fi good as hell. I'm like, damn, man, you ain't scared? I'm like, shit, man. It is what it is, brother. We just living, right? Maja said they got a lot of government assistance programs. Shoot. I be seeing T-Mobile talking about talking about they about to give away free Wi-Fi, like connect throughout the city. Nigga, that shit need to be free. Just like Xfinity, I go down to the gym. If you got the Xfinity account, you can get on the Wi-Fi. Hey, that thing need to be moving around the whole city, brother. But that's pretty much it. So we can roll over into some free time. We can roll over to some free time. Hey, so there is something I do want to talk to y'all about since we in this free time. Unless y'all got any questions about the show, you know how I'll be getting like this last hour. I'm really gonna just talk about anything because I mean, there's only so much we can talk about in this show. We broke down all the characters pretty much, so it's free time. Anything y'all want to talk about, I'll do my Googles on it. But Cheryl said you qualify, you're disabled. So I had got a tablet from the VA. I don't know if any of my other brothers or sisters in arms are in here, but yeah, during the pandemic, the VA was giving out free tablets. It's mainly so you can go ahead and use what's the name for the video conferences. But now they took them back, and guess what? Man, they done watch this shit. Y'all know I be doing my research. Where's it at? Like I said, I got a tablet, right? The VA bought 10,000 iPhones for veterans. 8,500 of them were never used. I called up there. I tried to get me a tablet because, hey, you served your time. You get any and everything they operate. You take any and everything you get an opportunity to use. These are your benefits and these are your rights. Don't let no one tell you anything. If you are a disabled veteran, I don't care what percent you are, take advantage of everything they have to offer. That's what the funding is for. But they bought 10,000 iPhones for veterans. 8,544 of them were never used. I had an iPad for 1 month and I only had one video conference. Them fools was calling me back talking about, can you send the thing back or we gonna charge you? I said, shit, what if I got another appointment? Well, you haven't used it within a month. I said, niggas ain't having appointments every single day of the fucking week. Now look at them. They ain't even get into the iPads. 8,500. 85% of the iPhones were never used. And here I am calling to try to get a damn free iPad. I should have been calling y'all for a damn iPhone. Matter of fact, if I got that iPhone, I won't need the iPad. Then y'all wouldn't have to spend that money on the iPad because I can just fucking do the same app on the FaceTime. You see what I'm saying? But listen to what they got. The department lost nearly $2.4 million on data plans for iPhones and iPads that's set in storage. Listen, $2.4 million on data plans. They didn't say how much money they wasted on the 8,500 phones. They said the data plans. These phones already got full data plans on them. You got high speed on it. But guess what? I bet some people at the top got some of them free iPhones. I bet they're using them for their work day-to-day purposes, so they don't have to use their own phone. But you don't see what they talk about the budget, because in the military and any government, the budget, it doesn't matter. Use or lose. If you don't spend the budget that they gave you last year, say last year your budget was $1 million. If you spend $900,000, they're gonna say next year you only get $900,000 because you didn't spend that $100,000. So obviously you don't need it. So that's why they just buy shit. That's why you don't see them mentioning the budget. They just say how much they lost in the data plans because they lost more money on the phones, but it doesn't matter because it was already budgeted. In the VA, we got our own money. So when you see the government shut down VA, we don't shut down. We got our own budget. Our money is put to the side. It don't give a fuck what budget is passed, what bills is passed. The veterans, they get their own thing. So that's why you don't hear veterans complain about that. But I highly support the VA, but they be fucking up. And when I'm calling up there and calling their ass out, like, hey, VA, it's your boy. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys, but what's up with them phones? Oh, we don't have any phones. Online, they say y'all got 8,500 of them. I got 8,500 on them. Yeah. The VA received $14.4 billion to be used on health services for the homeless. I ain't see no homeless being able to go into the VA hospital. Where this money went? A chunk of that money went where? To the department's office of connected care. Will I just tell you on the iPad? That's what that is, connected care, so we can do it visually. But they wasn't passing it out. So you done built up this whole infrastructure, $14 billion. A chunk of it went there. You done bought 10,000 iPhones and tablets that you ain't even used. Y'all just spending the budget. You just spending the budget. Connected Care launched a new program in the summer of 2020 that loans out iPhones and iPads equipped with prepaid 12-month data plans for veterans. Nigga, you got a whole year and a whole phone for free. Officials spent $63 million on 80,000 iPads, $8 million on 10,000 iPhones during 2020. The first 2 quarters of the fiscal year of 2021. And now the fiscal year starts in October. So it's weird. It's not your regular calendar year. You know what I'm saying? October 1st, that thing reset, we take on off. But is it October 1st or November 1st? Either one of them, but the fiscal year starts at the end. So that's why they start getting that budget together. Connected Care's procedures led to excessive wasted data plans while the iPads and iPhones remained in storage. In July 2021, 1 year after their initial purchase, 8,500 phones remained in storage in addition to money lost on buying phones that went unused. The VA also wasted cash on unused data plans because contractors activated data plans before the shipment. I told you. They activated this shit. So even if it's set, they were going to fuck up that military budget. That's why you see so many contractors trying to get that government budget, because you don't have to be the highest. Like, they're going to bid, the U.S. government is going to bid on the lowest. I mean, they're going to accept the lowest bid. Now, if a great company comes in there and tells you $500,000, if an okay mid company come in talking about we can do it for $4, they going with that $400,000. These niggas activated the data plans before they even sent the phones off. So your first day of your plan, you might not get your phone until month 3. That motherfucking plan already been running. And not upon delivery to veterans. Well, like I ain't even read this contract. All I know was that they had an excess of equipment because contractors activated the data plans before the shipment to the VA and not upon the delivery to the veterans. Because they know it doesn't matter. The government is going to fork over that money hand and fist, talking about take all our cash, baby. We don't care. We got a budget. The VA talking about we got $14.4 billion. Oh, we got to spend all of that, because if we ever have another aid or relief economic security, the CARES Act that got passed, we got $14 billion back. 2020, we got $14 billion. 2020, we got $14 billion. That means in what they say every 100 years, let's just say year 2100, they were like, oh, they got $14 billion back in 2020. We gonna need at least 50. We gonna need at least 50 because we didn't ate up that $14 billion. The agency lost roughly $1.8 million on data for iPhones and $570,000 on iPads as devices set in storage. But like I told you, not once did they mention the actual budget that they had for this, because it didn't matter. They had to spend the money or they would not get it the next year. And that's what they do. And that goes for almost any government agency. You see that in corporations too. If they get a budget for something, like the marketing, hey, we got to spend that budget, because if not, they're not gonna give us all that next year. So that's why you start seeing them doing dumb shit. You're like, wait a minute, how we got all this money to do a morale day? Nigga, what budget are y'all eating in? We got to spend that money, buy them hot dogs. Like, what? We got such and such coming to perform at the base. Yeah, we spent some of the budget to get an artist to come over here. Hey, man, we live on this base. We don't give a fuck about them artists coming over and performing. Nigga, make these dorms better. Give us better housing. Despite major concerns, here we go. Despite major concerns about the department's ability to handle money responsibly, the VA is requesting $301.4 billion for fiscal year 2023. Budget a 13.3% increase from 2022. Negro, what are y'all doing with that money? What y'all about to do with $300 billion? Everybody about to have their hand in the pocket. Everybody about to have their hand in the pocket. But guess what? Guess what? If you are a military member, our disability is about to jump. I said maybe like 8%. We're going to be getting some money. We're going to get some money. We're going to get some money next year, y'all. We're going to get some money next year, man. Shout out to all my veterans in here, man. I love y'all. Y'all my brothers and sisters. But yeah, you gotta look into some shit, man. I don't even know how we got onto this. Oh, we're talking about government assistance. Yeah, it's government assistance out there. Watch. Matter of fact, I might call the VA tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. I might do a live midday, calling the VA, talking about I want to set up an appointment. I need to see my primary caregiver. You know what I'm saying? My hip ain't acting right. Oh, and also on the side, who can connect me to the nigga that's giving out iPhones? You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I want that new iPhone, not that 2020 shit y'all had in storage. I want the new shit. I want my phone device activated when I get it. I want my 112 months to start on July 1st. You know what I mean? I want it to start July 1st. You know, don't be giving me no goddamn June 17th is my start date. No. July 1st. Yeah. Oh, okay. I like Shakara. She over here. She breaking it all down for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I do a little bit digging. Now you gotta remember. You know what I mean? I was in charge of buying and ordering equipment. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanted some shit done, you had to come to me. I'm over here writing stuff down. What you need? Oh, don't worry about that. I got it on back order. Okay. You need what? Okay, let me see. Okay, let me get 3 of those. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get the prices of all this. Cause like I said, you know what I'm saying? They talking about Mo, what did you do for a living? So, man, you know what I did, man. I was in charge of that equipment. So I knew all the websites and all the manufacturers. So when I got out, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna order me some shit. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. Shit, I know everybody. I got a little bit of connects over there. 3M. Shout out to 3M. You know what I'm saying? Always wear, you know what I'm saying? Wear your reflector belt. Whenever you go outside, you crossing traffic, you know what I'm saying? Just be safe. Make yourself visible to the people. Man, what's wrong with this one? Anyway, y'all already know what I was on. Yes, sir. The 3M respirator right here, 7800 full face. You know what I'm saying? Got the other cartridge on there, but you know what I'm saying? You go in here, you do some spray painting this shit. But that's what the budget is, man. What they say? Buy new gas masks, buy new respirators. Why are we buying new respirators? What are we buying new respirators for when we got respirators? All we do is train. All we do when you came into my job, we don't issue respirators. You got to have a respirator at your shop. But what do they tell me to do? They say, Mo, order some new respirators. I said, sir, all we do is fit test with our respirators. We got 16 respirators, 16 of these, like 4 larges. Yeah, 4 larges, like 8 small, and whatever the other 4, then like 4 medium. You got, you know what I'm saying? We wash them all out and stuff, but they talking about order more of these. Mind you, we only do fit tests maybe on Tuesdays when we did respirator fit tests. They talking about, yeah, get us 20 more, and then we're going to swap out all of ours, and we're going to use those as tests. I'm like, God damn, we just spending money. They talk about go down there and see if there's anything we need to update. I'm in the equipment room, mind you. We got equipment like $500,000. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all like the equipment they talk about. See if we need to order a new one. I don't even know if you can order it here. But this right here, this is a Hap site. Let me see if they got how much these things cost. Man, they talk about more. Go see if we need to upgrade this. I said, nigga, I need an officer or someone down here, man. I'm not about to go put in no order for no $500,000 piece of equipment. They talking about, man, just see if we need to upgrade one. What is up? Trying to spend that budget. But this was $130,000. Maintenance cost is $5,000 a year. They talking about, do we need to order a new one? Shit, the hell if I know. Y'all really want to authorize me to do that? Yeah, go down there, man. Have site. There's another one. The Have site, and man, the Have my man. Look, they be telling inexperience. Before I got that job in the military, man, I ain't know shit about that stuff, man. They teach you this shit like you got to go sit down with someone else and they train you, and you don't know nothing. And then they expect you to just figure out everything. I'm like, hey, bro, I need some formal training. Oh yeah, hey Eric, respirators. Well, gas masks I didn't have to, but yeah, Tyvek suits level A. Oh man, shit, nigga, I put together a package, boy. When I tell you I put together a package, shit. Now that was something I was able to do. Now that package was like 200 and it's like 230. 230, but it was like a hell of shit. I had to get like Radecos, I had to get filters. I even bought them big ass lights that you be having outside. I put that shit together. I brought that thing up to the colonel. Came in there like this. Sir, this motherfucker is prepared. I'm talking about the best prices, nigga. I didn't call the states, nigga. I had to stay at work till 7 p.m. because California is 12 hours behind us, sir. I stayed here, nigga. I'm calling like, hey, y'all, what y'all got? What y'all gonna hook it up? You know what I'm saying? We gotta get it. We a special base. We need it. I presented that to the commander. He looked at that shit. That was one time. He looked at me. He called me by my first name too. He said, Julius, you did a hell of a job with this. You did a hell of a job with this. I said, sir, believe me, nigga. I seen how many zeros it was and what I needed to get. I said, nigga, you better not fuck this one up because they're going to be on your head. You could fuck up the biggest project. They give you the biggest project. People that should have been doing it, they don't even give it to them. They give it to you. And if you fuck up one thing on there, that's your ass. They ain't never going to believe you after that when you try to do something. Nigga, I was working my ass off. When I tell you I ain't never worked that hard in life, shit. Nigga, I'm out there. I'm ordering everything. I'm talking about Santa Claus checking a list. Nigga, I checked that motherfucker 8 times. Nigga, I'm calling over the logistics. Hey, y'all get this in? I'm trying to get that shit, dog. I had like 3 months to get that shit in too. And that ain't no joke. That ain't no joke. Now, if you ever ordered equipment in the military, you know you got to get the prices. You got to get 3 prices. Now, they changed it up my last year where you only need to get 2. But you got to get 3 prices. You had to go over to the med group. You had to talk to the actual commander of the med group. Everyone's sitting around. Flight med, public health, everybody. Pediatrics, records, anybody that worked in the medical group. You sitting down in front of the commander. I'm in charge of equipment. And I hate talking. Dog, I presented that shit so sweet. Ooh, wee. I wish Y.E. Hoop was in here. He'll tell you because he was in logistics. He worked down in the basement. We had our own building. But I was in there. I presented that shit. I said, sir, this will be a level 1 here. We need this immediately. Like, without this, sir, we probably can't respond to more than a captain said at least 10, but I'm going to be modest and say, you know what I'm saying, around 7. He said, oh, we need to move that up. I'm talking about $230,000. I worked that thing through. Now I had 3 items that I got onto to type 1 or list 1, whatever it is. But if you get it on the 1, that means your shit's getting ordered like today. So I had 3 of the major items on that. I had the majority of the rest of them on the level 2, and then level 3 was just shit we could wait on. Boy, that was one time I took pride in my work. I knew they were depending on me. And you know why? Because when they told me to do something, I just fucking did it so they leave me alone. That's really why I worked that hard, so they wouldn't talk to me. When I come to work, don't talk to me. Say good morning. I'll say good morning. You say have a good day. I say you too, and that's it. That's all we got to do. If you tell me to get something done by Friday and it's Monday, don't come and talk to me about that shit till Thursday. I'm going to get it done. I don't need you to be over my shoulder. I don't need you looking at me. If I need something, I'm going to come and ask for it. When I'm wrong on here, I go to y'all. Y'all give me the answer. But don't come to my desk talking that shit in the morning time when you know I got real work to do. You over here with a coffee. Y'all niggas is congregating in my room because I had a couch in front of my shit. You know what I'm saying? I upgraded towards the end of my career. You know what I'm saying? I had a couch in there. They come in there. They drinking their coffee, holding the shit like this. So, hey, more. Y'all don't get the fuck about this office, nigga. Y'all talking to me and talking about a lot of bullshit. Hey, we went to the bazaar yesterday and oh man, I bought boxes of wine. Hey, nigga, I don't care. I don't care. It is 7:30 in the morning. I'm low-key trying to watch the game. Yeah. Y'all got to remember when the finals and stuff are going on, like right now, the Western Conference and all that shit in Germany, that shit don't come on to like 3 or 4 in the morning. You getting to work and you catching the tail end of the game. I got my phone in the windowsill because service is horrible, so I got it back here trying to watch it, and they all in the room. Hey, man, who you think is going to win? Nigga, I'm trying to watch and see. The fuck y'all talking about? Hey, could everyone come out in the hallway real quick? Hell the fuck no, for what? I can hear y'all in here. Then y'all all getting out there and you just standing around. Oh, well, I just want to say good morning to everybody. Oh, hey, thanks, Colonel. Does anyone have anything? I don't want to do a meeting this morning. I'm like, no, sir. You know, I don't ever have anything in the morning, sir. He said, I like that. I was like, yeah, man, I ain't about to be talking to y'all about nothing. Ah, damn. Hey, we should all do push-ups in the hallway. Y'all go ahead and do some push-ups if y'all want to. I'm about to go to my desk. I used to go to work, sweatpants on, my santee and a do-rag, be in that thing chilling, feet kicked up, serving the country. Yep, Shakara Julius Moore. That's my real name. But don't say it too much. I don't want people looking me up. Yeah, man, it's some crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Now, I wish I could show y'all a lot of videos that I got from like when I was at work, but you know, saying some stuff was in crime scenes, so I don't think I could. I'm not gonna show y'all that shit. Hey, I don't even have any. I lost that damn phone. Oh well. Yeah, man. Y'all know how it is, that budget. I don't know if y'all heard about the it's a young woman. I think her name is Jules Scott. Jules Scott down in Fort Hood. Now I don't really know too much of what's going on, but I know there's more to the story than what she's saying. Not saying that she's lying or anything, but there's always more to the story. And she getting I don't know if she's supposed to be viral allegations by her saying she was being detained. Um No, it ain't no way you could have been an FBI agent. All the information I say on here, I don't care about. My mama was on here and she said my real name. Hell, my real name is on the plaque. Everybody know my name, Julius. That's where the J came from. If you watch Showtime, hey, you know what I'm saying? Dr. J, that's what I was named after, Julius Irvin. But yeah, so I don't really know what's really going on with her story. I know she's getting Instagram famous. She's supposed to be getting kicked out. But we don't know what type of. Now she's alleging harassment and she's getting retaliation. Now they always tell you there's never gonna be any repercussions, but I really don't want to speak on the story until we get more. But what kind of, if you getting kicked out the military in 10 days, Tell us what kind of discharge you getting. Is it honorable? Is it less than honorable? Is it general? Is it dishonorable? We need to know that. We need to know that information. You can't just gloss over, I'm getting kicked out. Donate me $15,000. No, we need to know why you getting kicked out. Because I've already seen holes in her story. Like I said, not saying that she is lying. All I'm saying is from a nigga that beat 2 Article 15s and I did my time in the military, I know there's more to this story than what's going on here. Let's just make that clear that I'm not saying that she's lying. All I'm saying is we need to know more of the facts. And just me watching it, I can go ahead and poke holes in everybody's story and I can tell you the truth of what's going on with it. They got her detained right now. Yes, they do. But do you know why she's detained? We don't know why she's detained. And then I think she got let go because there's some videos. But listen and watch this. Listen and watch this. Where's the shade room? No, I don't want to go on there. Mozzie, I want to save Sean's story towards the end, like next week. Because I'm going to have a breakdown of Sean also. Where's it at? All right, listen up. Now, like I say, I'm not saying that she's lying, but if you've been in the military, everything I'm about to say is going to make 100% sense to you. The shade room. I hate to use the shade room as like shade room is like Wikipedia. I mean, you can trust it, but you can't trust it, if you know what I mean. All right, here we go. Listen to what she says. She is detained. But listen, and I'm gonna break down why she was detained.
And about 5 police cars are here. They stopped me. I met up with somebody.
Can y'all hear it?
Back on post because I didn't feel safe. The last interaction that I had with any military official was my supervisor yesterday. She told me at 0620 PC formation, with the climate of the media and everything that's going on, I told her that I did not feel comfortable. That I did not feel comfortable coming to the formation or being under anyone's command, especially with everything that's going on. And she said, okay. She said, okay. She didn't say anything. She said, I was sure that your command knows you're not comfortable. She never said, meet me here. She never said, meet me at this place still, or still come to post. She just said, okay. I was sure that your command is not comfortable. And so I'm getting back on.
Now, could y'all hear that? All right, so if you listen to what she says, and this is her story, I'm not making up anything. I'm just going off of what she said and what goes on in the military. This was yesterday. So what was it? Today's Wednesday. So this was Tuesday. Monday, she said she talked to her supervisor. What did the supervisor say? The supervisor said, show up to formation Tuesday morning at 0620. Showing up to formation is a lawful order. When you put your hand up and you swore in, you have to obey lawful orders. Okay. What did she tell the supervisor? I don't feel comfortable or safe going to it. Okay. You don't feel safe or comfortable going to it. You still have to show up to base and at least have someone lay eyes on you. Meaning, when you get to base, you need to go to IG or to EO. You have to have someone know where you are. The last time you talked to your supervisor was Monday. Your supervisor says show up at 0620. You show up midday. What is this, 8 or 9? You already told your supervisor that you weren't going to show up. You have became AWOL. That's why they detained you. Yeah, you said they had you as a missing person. People are like, oh, it takes 24 hours. Listen, when you're in the military, AWOL can be 1 minute late. When you told your supervisor you weren't showing up, she notified the command that you weren't showing up. You told her you weren't showing up. That was unauthorized. they automatically put you in AWOL. Your ID card, your CAC, automatically pops up at the gate when you go AWOL. You didn't show up at 0620. You showed up. It's daytime. That's why she got detained. But no one's talking about that because the shade room isn't in the military. She had a lawful order to show up at 0620. If you tell leadership you're not doing something that is lawful, if you felt uncomfortable, you still got to show up and at least show face. Go to EO, go to IG. You don't have to go to your chain of command. That's what everyone else on the base is for. That's why you got detained. You were technically AWOL. You're not a missing person. Yeah, they put up something about that. Like I said, I don't know all the details, but she was detained for being AWOL. Now, are they going to put the AWOL charges on her? Probably not, because they're kicking her out. But we don't know what she's being discharged for. If you're being discharged, they give you the paperwork. They tell you exactly what you're getting discharged for. You have to talk to the lawyers. You have to complete TAPS. TAPS is a federal mandate, which is transitioning. It's like the transition assistant program for service members. It's a federal mandate that you have to do it. So your last 10 days of getting kicked out, you would have had to do that. Unless it's dishonorable, then they can get by with it. But we don't know what discharge she's getting. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that she's lying about what's going on. All I'm saying is from what actually going on, that could be something. You could potentially be considered AWOL because you told leadership you wasn't going to show up, and then you show up midday. Now they know you're all on social media. Whoever this gentleman is, I feel sorry for him. Unless he volunteered to go in on this and thought that he's about to be like some assistant to a hero. No, nigga, you about to get in trouble. You knew she wasn't. She probably told you she was restricted from base or something. And you, as a military member, you show up recording, trying to get onto a military installation. Nigga, one thing you already know, you should never have your phone in your hand because they pull your ass over for dumb shit on bases. Two, you know you can't record a military control point. You in the military, nigga. You putting, I don't know what she got going on, but this is a situation you shouldn't put yourself in because this could potentially be harmful to you. If they're doing all of this to her and they kicking her ass out in 10 days, what you think they about to do to your ass? They about to be on your ass because you were with her. Like I said, I'm not saying she's lying. All I'm saying is, dog, what the fuck was this kid thinking? Thinking he's going to just take her on base. I'm trying to see what time it is on that clock. And if you really felt that way, like, I understand that. No, I haven't been sexually. Well, I have been sexually harassed at the workplace once by a woman, but I don't know what she got going on. But there are alternatives. Like all the people not in the military, when they look at this, they just yelling out shit that they could do. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. There are proper procedures that you got to do to ensure that you were good. Now, if they're already kicking you out because they told her she had 10 days, then you try to get on the base the next day, you may need an escort. They do escort people that are getting kicked out. They have an escort. So that could be one thing. They also know you big on social media. Your page has been taken off. I don't know, but like this really isn't a good look. If you're getting kicked out like that, then you need to bring this to the news. The shade room, we ain't gonna do shit for you. We can't do nothing. And in one of her posts, let me see what this one's saying.
I talked to CID, and CID told me that they are that there's no missing person report on me or anything like that. I last spoken with my physically, yes. Over here, from this vehicle right here. Isaiah.
Now, I mean, Isaiah, brother, I wish you the best of luck, but this is one way to get your ass up out of there too. Now, if they were like they told Isaiah to stop recording, they have 100% rights. I won't even say rights. They have the authorization to take your phone from you, tell you to turn that shit off. That goes for anybody. Once you cross onto that military line, like your rules are gone, nigga. It's military rules. That's why you can get a DUI on base and can't drive on base, but you can drive off base. That DUI is just on base. This is it's two different things. Once you get onto that federal government land, oh, whatever you thought what you was doing, it's over with. It's over with.
I'm not too sure. But they taking her. Hold on. She just got that people. In that hut over there? She's in the restroom? Okay. Okay, that's fine. She right there. She just walked inside. None of this shit is, none of this stuff is right, to be honest with you. Like I said, for y'all who don't really know, we pulled through the gate, our cats were taken so they could scan as every other installation does, installation rules. And my cat got scanned, went through, hers made a little noise, it was rejected. So, and then they just literally, like, didn't tell us anything. We just sat in here for a good minute.
Give me her paperwork. I want to see her paperwork. She was probably restricted from the base, or they deactivated her CAC unless she had an authorized escort. Come on, man. Y'all acting like you in the military. You know how this shit work. Come on, man. Isaiah, you shouldn't. Hey, brother, I highly recommend you step yourself away from this situation. Make sure that she's good. But you need to remove yourself from this because you putting yourself into danger also. Now, like I said, I don't know everything that's going on, so I don't want to speak on like anything that could physically happen. But bruh, you acting like you don't know what's going on. You know, everybody knows in the military when you go up there and you scan your damn ID, if it either makes the beep and the light turns green on the back of the damn CAC checker, that means you're good. Or if it makes the little int or the it's like I forgot what the other noise was, nigga. That means that card is either expired or it's deactivated or it's pinged in the system. He's acting like, oh, I don't know why. Nigga, they're kicking her out. There has to be something more to this. There has to be something more to this. Like I said, let me just keep reiterating. I don't think I'm not gonna say if she's lying or not, but I'm just telling you from experience. My brother is a motherfucking cop. He was when he was in the military. That nigga, listen, I'm around people. I've been there. I've done it all. I'd have had my base privileges revoked. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get on that base for a little bit. Well, I was restricted to base, so I couldn't leave base. But if I came back, it would ping. Now, another thing, she said she's been staying off base. Now, I'm not sure how it is in the Army, like what rank you get to move off there. But they could have said that she needed to stay on base or something. Because she did say, wait, she had a dorm or something. So technically, if you live in the dorms, you're not authorized to stay off base overnight. I don't make the rules, it's just the rules. Now, no one ever does it. You know what I'm saying? No one cares, but that's still technically a rule. If you live on base, you're not authorized to live. I mean, like staying off base. But she is sergeant, so I don't know how the Army dorms are, but in the Air Force, that's how it is. Until you get to an E3 and they allow you to move off. Yeah, man, you're supposed to be staying in your dorm so they can have accountability of you.
You pull through the gate. Listen, you meet at the back of the So currently you be detained for you to found no bank orders. Right? You turn off your light and
Look at all these dumbasses. All these people in these comments. They talking about stand your ground. Nigga, you are on a military base. They are authorized to use force. Right now, you are being detained for disobeying a lawful order. They told you to stop recording. Nigga, you swore in for this. There's no standing your ground. It's getting your ass whooped and getting your ass kicked out or shot. Don't listen to these civilians, man. He's doing all, he got detained for disobeying an order. Now, y'all think her not showing up when she had a direct order to show up at 0620 for formation and doesn't show up till 8 o'clock? They not going to be on her ass? They detained this man for recording and disobeying the law. I mean, disobeying the order. It's not what it is in the civilian world. It's not that easy. It ain't no stand your ground. Cloud Naya. Let's go see who she is. Cloud Naya, representing for the unrepresented. This man is represented. He's not unrepresented. He's represented by the military. He disobeyed a lawful order. That's why they detained him. And y'all think they're not going to detain her? Come on, man. Sometimes you got to use common sense. Like, dog, this shit, it ain't. You see someone else said she got the wrong person with her. What this nigga about to do? What's this nigga gonna do? Isaiah. Oh, hell no. Let's see. Phone in pocket, shade room, turn it off. Y'all follow me. Hey, get out of here. Bruh, put it in your pocket. Wow. Slide it in your pocket. Stand your ground. She got the wrong person with her. You gonna put that motherfucker in your pocket. These 18, 19-year-old white boys know what the fuck Facebook Live and Instagram Live is. They told you to turn off your Facebook live stream. You think they don't know that your phone is in your pocket? You are detained. They gonna take the phone anyway. What the fuck are y'all talking about? When you get detained, they're about to put you in handcuffs. Since it's the military, they're gonna be a little bit more lax, especially with a military member that, you know, saying non-confrontational. They're gonna pat him down. They're gonna take everything out. They're gonna take his ass down to the fucking police station. They're gonna put all his shit in the bag. He's gonna sit in there till his commander comes. His first shirt and his supervisor gonna have to come get his ass up out of here. They're not gonna really talk to him because they're gonna be looking at him like, bro, what are you doing? And then you're gonna get all your shit back. They talking about she got the wrong person. What he about to do? These niggas is armed the fuck up. They about to whoop Isaiah ass. Isaiah make the wrong move. Not saying all these niggas is nice like that at the gate, but these niggas is strength in numbers. What the fuck are these people talking about, man? You see this shit and you like, what? No, it doesn't work like that in the military. Like I said, we don't even know what kind of discharge she's getting. She's asking for $15,000 in the GoFundMe for what? Talking about I got to start all the way over. Well, if you're getting a dishonorable discharge, then yeah. But if you're getting a general, a less than general, an honorable, you can file unemployment. You can go get your VA benefits. So what happened? What's going on here? What made you think 15,000 was a nice number to jump at to start all over with? Now, I don't know the whole situation. And like I said, just to make it clear, I don't believe she's lying. All I'm saying is there's going to be more to the story. She said, I'm stationed here at Fort Hood for everybody that's asking. It's just me and my many officers and my male first sergeant and my male commander in my room. I sent an email to the SMA. I'm not sure what SMA is in the Army. And many more people about the issues at Fort Hood and the shit. I'm assuming that's the shit that I have seen and endured. Now they are trying to shut me up. They hacked my phone and traced my location. They are here in my room under law. Is this justified? Well, if you're on base, yeah, they are authorized to enter your room. a military installation. They own everything there. It's just like when they come and do room inspections. They don't need authorization for that. They go down to the front desk. They go to the dorm manager. They get the key. They go in there. That's what they can do in the military. Yes, it is justified under law. Now, if you're in there, that's a whole different story, unless it's, saying a criminal. I am scared for my life. Someone save these posts as my phone access is limited. I mean, I don't know really too much. She says she's seen a lot, and there is a post where she says she went there and she thought that she was going to straighten some stuff out. Now, I don't know what that means, straighten some stuff out, but you're going to need a little bit more back and a little bit more. Well, in the Army, they got the OCPs now, so they here, but you're going to need some brass or something. The sergeant's not going to be coming in and making a difference. But she also, I don't know if I can find it or not. They got a Fort Hood decorative of emergency police intelligence attempt to locate. Please stop listening to this false narrative. It has not been one day where they have not contacted nor seen me within 24 hours. This is what they want y'all to think, that I went AWOL. Well, if it's been over 24 hours, in your words, they haven't nor seen me within 24 hours. I mean, if they tell you to be somewhere, it's AWOL. You still got to be like, I know you don't feel safe, but you got to at least go to somebody. There's got to be some kind of officer that you can go to that or something, but you gotta show up. Like, once you start going against everything, then that's when they're gonna start hitting you with the boom, 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 boom. They're gonna be on your head, and that's how it is. But we even heard it. We heard it from her own mouth. Her supervisor told her Monday nights, 06:20 on Tuesday, be there for formation. She didn't show up till it looked like maybe like 8 in the morning. That's AWOL. Just because it hasn't been a full 24 hours, that's AWOL. If they told you to be somewhere at 6:20 and you told them that you weren't showing up. Now, I know you don't feel safe, but you still got to have someone lay eyes on you. You got to be somewhere to back that. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to really, I was just giving my perspective of what's going on, but I don't really know right now. Until we get more stuff, until we see what the military is dropping out, like, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's just going to be tough. This is Isaiah's page. Jewel Scott is at the MP station awaiting for a trusted unit rep to pick her up. She was escorted by the military police, the same vehicle, and female military officer seen in Instagram Live. According to all military personnel seen on the live, she is safe. I am as well. I'm being held at my unit. Continue to spread the news, please. Let's continue to pray for her safety. I have her personal belongings, which are completely safe. I will also be revealing more of what happened when I was detained and had to stop recording. Thank you for everyone's support. Fort Hood, Texas. Now, you see what they did? They detained him at his unit. He was probably off that day. Now you detained, and now everybody's looking at you like, hey, bro, what are you doing? Because maybe you're not about to cancel me for giving my honest opinion, but I don't think she told him everything that was going on. I'm not saying that she ain't witnessed something, but there's more to the story. They may be after her, but we need to know what she did. Now, he's talking about, I'm going to reveal what happened to me. With all due respect, Isaiah, you said you're well. We don't need to know what's going on with you. You don't need Instagram followers. If you're going to really be helping her out, then help her out. Post a story on her page, continue it. But we don't need to know your story. We know what happened in your story. You got detained. They told you to turn your phone off. and you realized that you were still in the military. You knew that you could get court-martialed for that shit, so you turned your phone off. That's why you went to your shop and they detained you in your unit. So you knew what was going on. We don't need to hear your story. We all know what happened with you. Now, unless you got some kind of paperwork or something for being involved, that's a whole different story. But we don't need a whole ran out story from Isaiah. We don't need a story from you, brother. Like, if she's really standing up for something, let's support her. We don't need your story and you being the backbone. No. Because you comply with everything they said because you realize that you still had a career. Now, if it ends bad for her, you still got to get up and pay your bills. Now, let's support her, but let's hear the whole story. I mean, I don't know. That's all I got on that, though. If y'all got anything, let me know because we can just hit 3 hours. But it's definitely more to the story, and you know what I'm saying? They'll start putting out information. I mean, she has some footage of them talking, but I don't know, man. When we find out more out, you know what I'm saying, I'll look more into it. But just from my experience, and I done seen many of niggas getting kicked out. When I first got to Spangdahlem, Germany, I don't even know if it's on the blotter anymore. But it was a ring of cops. I think it was like 12 of them. Them niggas got kicked out for moving cocaine from Netherlands, Amsterdam to Germany and selling it. So I know what it looked like when niggas is getting kicked out. I had a homeboy that hit a plane. My boy Mike, shout out to Mike, you know what I'm saying? That's my dog. He got kicked out of the military because he backed into a plane, got on the plane and went TDY. They called him back and they kicked him out within 10 days. He had to have an escort. When they got rid of him, Air Force, and you know Air Force, we way more lax than the Army and the Marines. When he got kicked out, he was on base with his escort because he wasn't allowed to drive after he even hit the damn plane with the GOV. So they revoked his license. They drove him around. And when it was time to out process, they took him there, took him to the gate, took his card, and that was it. So, I mean, I know what it's like when people are getting kicked out. And I've seen people get kicked out for dope. I've seen people going to jail for the R word. I've seen people go down for a lot of shit. We had a homeboy got kicked out because he didn't follow the Georgia EPA standards. I told you guys we got to do, like, depending on your state, you got to go by what they got. This man ain't do the water sampling. He didn't do it in December. He didn't do it in January. And then in February, he went back and tried to do January and pencil whip it into the books. Kicked his ass out. That's a federal violation. He better be lucky he ain't getting no time. Kicked his ass out. What was he doing while we was at work? He sat at the front desk answering phone calls. But he had to have niggas drive him around base. So it's certain things that they have in fact. Because once they kicking you out, they look at you as no longer really a member. I mean, it's just how it is in the military, but that's what we signed up for when we put that damn hand up and swore in. And then even this, I mean, I'm glad she got audio, but you ain't supposed to be recording no commanders. You're not supposed to be recording these conversations. You got to understand, you're going to be tried by the military. If they want to do anything, it's the military. That outside world, now I recommend you get you a real lawyer from the outside, though. Don't get you one of them little on base attorneys. Got to get you a real lawyer off base. That's gonna be your best thing. And you're gonna have to get as much media coverage to this as possible. Because right now you fighting a machine that barely loses. Barely loses. And all they're going to do is they about to bring up all your other disciplinary actions that you got. Anything else you got in trouble for, they about to hit you over the head with that. It's going to be an uphill battle. But with you being detained on base, I mean, it would have been worse, though. It'd have been worse if you went to the news outlets and you were on TV doing interviews going against your base. Ooh, that would have been worse. So I mean, all we can do right now is just wait and see. This is a message. I'm trying to read this. I can't see this shit. She said it's become I know I'm just skimming through it, but I seen something mentioning AWOL. But let me try to go back a little bit. Ideally taking action, holding each and every individual accountable. Unfortunately, this is an ongoing situation. There's much more evidence that I would like to provide, and the problems occurring daily that I was not able to send along with the email for security, safety, and time purposes. This is just a tip of the iceberg to illustrate a fraction of what has been occurring within my unit in COC. Is that COC? And our chain of command. That's what that is, if it is COC. It has become a matter of life or death for me. If no actions is taken or no investigation is launched, I am unsure how much longer I will be alive. The pain is becoming intolerable and the weight is became too heavy. My next of kin has already been notified, and in 2 days, I will be marked as AWOL. I can't return to work. I am genuinely terrified for my life, whether it is self-inflicted or external force. I am willing to speak with anyone concerning these matters. I am concerned with no other options. Please help. Where did she send this from? I mean, right here in this email, she even said she'd be marked. My next of kin has already been notified, and in 2 days, I will be marked as AWOL. So you knew in 2 days. This is May 18th. May 18th. So this was Wednesday of last week. This email was sent. 2 days she'd be marked as AWOL. So they gave her to the end of the week, Friday the 20th. The 24th, they detained her. So they never seen her from the 18th to the 24th. What is she saying? She said she last talked to her supervisor on Monday the 23rd because she got arrested on the 24th. Because here we are talking about it on Wednesday. So wait a minute. Someone double check my work. Man, this better not be my Google Calendar. Let me see. Wait a minute. May 2022. So, according to her email, May 18th is is this a response or oh no, this is the original message. It says May 18th here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Would that get bigger? Here we go. May 18th. So May 18th was right here, Wednesday of last week. She said she'll be marked AWOL in 2 days. It takes us to Friday. The last time she talked to her supervisor was on the 23rd. So that means during the weekend, I won't assume anything, but did she show up anywhere on the 21st and 22nd for people to get eyes on her? Because the 23rd was Monday when her supervisor said show up on the 24th at 0620, but it looks like she got the base around 8 o'clock. They already told you a week ago that you were going to be marked AWOL. You see what I'm saying? When there's always more to the story? There's always more to the story. On the 18th, you acknowledged that you were going to be AWOL in 2 days. They detained you Tuesday the next week. What happened Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday? I'm not saying she's lying, but there's more to the story. And all I'm doing is giving my perspective of a man that's been through it. And I know how it is when your back is against the wall. Because like I said, if I said I'd been through it, I've been through it. And I got all documentation to prove that shit. I just got to go dig it out. But see what happens when you read? You read a little bit, you can find out a lot of bit. You read a little bit, you can find out a lot. Death to Maxwell, dead soldier at MP, made to feel uncomfortable. I want to see these documents. Now, like I said, and I'll say it again, I don't think she's lying, but there's more to the story. Now, let me see something else, because I seen something else. Her followers are skyrocketing. So listen to me and listen how I'm putting this, because I don't want it to come off the wrong way. I pray that nothing is going to harm this girl. But I also hope that this does not backfire on you and you are sending people on a wild goose chase. And this is something that you did. Now, like I said, I don't think she's lying, but there's more to the story. So all we can do is wait till it comes out. But I hope you ain't doing this GoFundMe and people gonna be looking back like, hey man, she hustled us. So I hope, and for the sake of Isaiah, you done drug Isaiah into this shit too. So I know it sounds bad, but this got to be serious, man. We can't show all of our support and then we find out that people are just doing whatever. You know, if that makes sense. Now she says since December 14th, 2021. Look at the date. Let me pause this. Look at the date. As you see, I've been trying to handle this internally for months. I asked my first sergeant. Oh man, now she giving out the names. She said she emailed her commander too. She emailed the base commander. Now, what, the fort commander, whatever they call in the army. But if you emailing all the way up to that, this shit better be serious. The battalion commander. Shit. I couldn't hear none of that, but that's where I'm leaving it. That's where I'm leaving it. Y'all can form your own opinions. All I'm going off of is what was told and what was shown. I ain't make up not one thing. I just went off of everything she said. I don't think she's lying, but I got to know everything. I got to know that paperwork, because when niggas be telling you something, when you look at that paperwork, it tell a whole different story. It tell the shit that you were fucking up on that you ain't tell us you were fucking up on. You ain't tell us that you did this before this happened. But for her, I don't want it to be. I don't want her to go through this pain or whatever she's going through, how she's feeling. But to justify everybody that's supporting her, it's got to be something. Because if not, that's really a bad look and that's fucked up. Because that's going to be bad for the next people. So hopefully she, you know what I'm saying, she got it. Y'all, I mean, that's all I got with that. But that's all I got with that. Hey, man, available to see my story. You don't need to see my story. I tell you one thing though. Oh, you got the whole 30 minutes on here. Yeah, them little investigators. They got a follower, man. That card ain't it's still a military installation, man. Like this is supposed to be one of the most secure places. Of course, they're gonna do all of this. They know how much attention this is bringing from the media. Man, it could be any kind of wild person out there looking at this like, oh, this is an opportunity to do something. They acting like this ain't a military base. Oh yeah, I'm ready for P Valley. Yeah, you already know I'm ready for P Valley. Now I can't even find it, man. But man, it is what it is. I wish her the best of luck. Yeah, I'm ready for P Valley. I got a few ideas of what we're gonna do. We're gonna see if it plays out. I will be breaking down Haley, Mississippi. No, probably Haley, Mercedes, Uncle Clifford, then Mississippi. I might do Diamond because we didn't get much of him, but I'm gonna break down each one of them characters. So next week, every day you should have a breakdown of one of the characters. We got that jumping off. Let me get on out of here, Jewel baby. I'm not following you. You can follow me though, Moedotj. But I'm not trying to watch that every day. I wake up. P Valley should be good though. Actually, what was I gonna say? Actually, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I might have a clip that I'll do tomorrow for it. Might have one of the first clips of P Valley. So I do I have it? I'm gonna try to do a breakdown of it, but y'all know stars be blocking my damn videos, man. So we're gonna see if I can chop this up or not. If they block it, then they block it. But I tried, y'all. Did you watch any of the Disney Plus shows? Like what shows on Disney Plus? I watched the Wonder Years, but I didn't know how many episodes they had. Man, they had like 12, 15 episodes. I stopped after like 10. I can't keep watching this. Mozzie, with Power, Raising Kanan is recorded. They started season 3 of Ghost Book 2. BMF, they should start recording. Well, they should be recording and trying to finish up down in Atlanta since Beach is out now. Tommy, I think Tommy, they started recording. Either Tommy, they started recording or they're about to start. So right now, they're just doing the post-production for Raising Kanan. And that they said it should come out around August. Well, they say the summer, but I'm thinking Labor Day weekend, probably around then, like early September. So after the summer. We shall see. But that should be good. We definitely gonna have lives for that. Ken was gonna say, just gonna say, don't risk it, you might get a copy. See, that's the thing, man. Normally, if they gonna block it or give you like, well, not a strike, they just claim it, and when they claim it, it blocks it in territories. So normally, before you finish upload, it'll tell you if they gonna hit it or not. But they be waiting until mine be up for like a day, and then they want to block it. Like, come on, man! Right in the middle of the hype. Loki, Moon Knight, or WandaVision. I just found out who Moon Knight was a month ago. I don't really get into all the, the action, like superheroes. That's why I had that Spider-Man rant. I don't really get into superhero shows. Nah, I know who Moon Knight is. My boy Trill told me about him. I'm like, oh, Moon Knight. I ain't never heard of this fool a day in my life before. But hey, I know a little bit. Now the worst superhero movie that I just can't watch. Like I can withstand a regular Marvel movie. I can watch it, but you put Deadpool on, I get upset. That is a horrible show. I mean, the movie Deadpool. Like, this dude's jokes is corny. The dude is just whack. I can't watch no damn Daredevil. I'm not Daredevil. Then I forgot what the nigga name was. They both the same person. Daredevil and Deadpool. Not Daredevil. Yeah, Daredevil, the nigga that be swinging to. Oh man, all that shit's stupid. I can't watch that unless Marvel, Disney, you know what I'm saying? Y'all wanna holler at me? You know what I'm saying? Make me a superhero. Or make me a superhero. I at least want to, you know what I'm saying, be an extra in 3 movies, and then y'all can kill me off. You know what I'm saying? Let me get one of them Marvel checks. That's all I need. Just one Marvel check. I ain't asking for too much. A lot of people ask for a couple $1 million a mansion. I ain't asking for much. I just need a Marvel check. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can pay me $50,000 up front, and then y'all can give me that, you know what I'm saying, the residuals. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that Marvel check. I ain't asking for much. 150,000 up front, dude. I'm doing it. Let's go. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Movie though, not none of the TV shows. Movies, gotta be movie. Gotta be movie. Them checks keep coming in. Matter of fact, y'all need me to sing the new Lion King? Let me do that. Let me do something. But don't make any more Deadpool movies. That shit is horrible. Oh, Mandalorian. I watched a couple of that, but nah, it wasn't my stilo. I'm like, man, what is this? What is this? But we got 3.5 hours out of here. I got a lot of work to start doing because I gotta finish the breakdowns. I got the Sean Suter breakdown. I got Herschel. Yeah, Herschel will be next week. Sean Shooter will be next week. I got to do the 5 characters for P Valley because that's next week. So we about to start going live 4 days a week. We about to really get back on that schedule since we got more shows coming. It don't have to be free nights. But you know what I'm saying? I'm Moedotj. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We don't ask for donations around here, but they are deeply appreciated. Cashapp is at the bottom of the screen. Moedotj. This is a safe place. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about as long as you're respectful. If I make jokes, I'm a clown on myself. I am gonna try to give you facts. I'm gonna give you life stories that relate to some shit. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all like all that, hey man, hit that subscribe button. That's really the subscribe and like button is really all I ask for. You know what I'm saying? The money is nice, but shit, having fun just getting on here talking to y'all beats, just sitting in front of the camera doing a recap. But thanks for watching. And next week we got the finale for We Own the City. Part 6. My bad. I apologize. But we got that. We got the finale coming up. That's going to be a good live. You know what I'm saying? We might do recaps of all the characters and go in on them one last time for the one time. Yeah, so we got a lot. But good night to all of y'all. Thanks for watching. I'm out.